Hi.
Really need to watch Luke Cage.
You don't really need to watch
bit of
any of
crossover
them.
with Jessica Jones, but it's not that much.
Okay.
There's not much crossover between Luke Cage and Daredevil. Not that much.
Okay. Well, I just want to know the lore, you know? Welcome, everybody, to the Renegade Realm Podcast, episode 105. And thank you to everyone for being here tonight. I appreciate you so much. Thank you, guys. I see you guys in chat. I know everyone's going to be playing Doom, and that's okay. That's okay. You can just have us on in the background as we as we talk about whatever the hell is going on. And I'm definitely not stalling, so I can get the channel member list up. It's not what I'm doing at all. But in case you were wondering who the channel members are, shout out to channel members: Cold Eastwood, American Fury, Hargy Chani, Barry Donnellan, Game Seeker, Highlander Grimm, FarQ, That Blue Number, Talos Ray, Assassin, AEC founder Mr. Click, user for games, Brewhood. I don't know how to say it. Tell me how is it Brewerhood? I don't get it. But anyway, Nick Artistic, Mojave Mojo, and Jendit. Thank you guys so much for being channel members. And shout out to everyone in the chat. Toxic Buttwind, Barry Donnellan, Biff Rinaldi, the Game Adaptation Newscast, BT Maverick, FarQ says, he says bless you because I used my sneeze as a sound test and sounds great. And American Fury, yeah, and whoever else is lurking. Thank you guys for hanging out. Real quick before we get started, I just want to say, if the show just ends abruptly, it means that my power went out, and I apologize if that happens. So that's the explanation. That way I don't have to go on Twitter and explain what's going on. But hopefully that doesn't happen. But anyway, thank you guys for being here. We're gonna talk a lot of things. Miss Doom.
What?
There you go. Look at that. Represent. Yeah, I don't understand.
Maybe one of our very good friends might have maybe sent me this.
Who? Or can you say? Are you allowed to say?
I mean, I think you know.
Miss Dr. Doom? Donald Doom?
No.
Jason Doom?
Colt!
Derek Doom?
It was part of his swag for going to that event in LA, and he very, very nicely sent me the hat.
That's so cool. That is so cool.
Mhm.
Does it have is it like this? Does it have like or is it like a flat, whatever
It's cheap. It's really cheap.
Okay. Gotcha. Fantastic. I need a new hat.
Bethesda will remember that.
Yeah. Well, hey, listen. Remember the canvas bags? Remember that? Remember that high quality canvas bags that everyone? Oh my God. That was a fun time. BT Mavericks is power going out because oh my God, that is amazing. That is so fucking cool. That is so fucking cool, and it fits.
Rip and tear.
That's amazing. Are you gonna wear that while you stream?
Wait
Oh
a
my
second.
God, it smells so bad in here.
Everyone put
Wait
their
a second.
helmets
So
on.
she got the helmet, but she didn't get the shield. Come on now.
So what was broken? So you got a Doom thing in the mail, and a thing was broken. The cape was broken. Was it like torn?
Yeah, so I don't know why they did this, but they shipped the collector's edition, which came late, so I haven't even been able to play the game.
Yeah, I don't have mine either. So F.
Yeah, so I just got it today, and the collector's editions come with a statue, and it's actually really big. The statue's big. That's what she said.
That's what
But
she
the
said.
little fur cape that goes on his back, and it's funny because I'd seen people making comments on Twitter about how it was kind of hard to attach the cape, and I thought, what? Well, they ship it with the capes separately, and it's got these like two little tiny plastic pegs, and I guess they're supposed to snap like into the shoulder. I don't know why. And one of the pegs is busted, so you can't
Not
snap
acceptable.
it into the. I don't even know what you
Nice.
do about that. Like, what am I gonna do about it?
So, for what it's worth, I think Bethesda's support team for that kind of thing, like, you could reach out to them on Twitter, and I think they're
I
pretty
just need a
responsive,
different
actually.
cape. Yeah, I just need the cape resent. Or,
2 words.
I mean,
Canvas bag.
or it's not that. I mean, I could, like, fashion some kind of, like, thin thing that would just go around his throat. You know what I mean? You probably wouldn't even see it and attach it to the cape. It wouldn't be that big of a deal, but it's not. It's just a bad design. Like, I don't even know why they shipped it separately anyway. What they did, though. Hold on, I'll go get it.
Doesn't the collector's edition also come with the statue? Like 12 inches of doom, like BT Maverick is saying?
It's supposed to, because most collector's editions have a statue of some kind.
Most do, not all of them.
Not
Like
all.
Ghost of Yotei, Ghost of Yotei has a mask that you can
Okay.
actually wear and
So,
display. Yep.
so here he is.
Oh my god, it's so fucking cool.
It's actually big, like, you know, like,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah, he's
see, and
sizable.
it
He's
comes
chunky.
with. It
the
comes
ball.
with.
Oh, and that broke.
Yep.
He's got some chutzpah.
BT Maverick was right. 12 inches of doom.
Comes with that, or you can. He comes originally with
The
the
super
super
shotgun.
shotgun.
That is so cool.
By
Oh
the
my
way,
god.
did you see that?
I saw that tweet. That was so fucking cool. Oh my god, you're ready.
So it's so it's like it came with the shotgun, but I really like the mace. Plus, like in the base of the statue, there's a little divot for the mace to rest in.
Okay.
So you know, but here is. Sorry, my microphone's in the way. There's the shield.
Oh my god.
So cool. I mean,
That's
it looks
so
really
neat.
cool in the back, like without the cape, right?
It's
And
yeah,
this
it's
is
little
that's
loincloth.
plastic. It's plastic. It's not. Look, this is kind of cool.
Oh my
He's
god.
got a little tiny wrench. He's got the little wrench on his belt.
Why?
Like,
Why?
mixed up.
You never know.
He's got a chain. He's like a little chain, like
Little shotgun
wallet, I
shells.
guess.
That is very cool.
But then the cape. So then the cape just came separately, and the cape looks like this, and it's moldable. Like it's got some like
Like
thin
wire.
wire inside
Yeah.
to make, because it comes flat, right? So you can
Mhm.
do that. But see, let's see if I can show it. See, oh yeah. you
Oh,
can
it's like a
kinda
little
see that
peg. Yep. Mm-hmm.
And then the other one is not there.
Oh. So you could like find something to stick.
I mean,
Stick in it,
I
probably.
could sew something in to just like go. You know what I mean? Like it would wrap under his head, and you probably wouldn't see it. So it's not like the end of the world. It's just
Yeah.
you spend enough money,
A lot.
you would hope
Yeah.
your stuff would come. And then like the holes where that cape is supposed to hook in. Is like a
Oh.
little tiny,
Okay.
really weird design. I don't know why they did that. The
That's
rest of it's
strange.
fantastic. It is. Yeah.
That looks amazing. I am
Rest
gonna
is
try to
really
get
great.
one. It's like I only have room for
Um,
one more giant statue, and it should be Doom Guy. Should definitely be Doom Guy.
If you watch the Bethesda site, sometimes they do really good sales. Just saying.
Okay, I will. I will. And so
Even
you.
like Bandai Namco, anybody that like loved Elden Ring or Bandai Namco like published games, their website does some really good sales too. Like you can get the Elden Ring premium with the statue and all of that stuff now for like 70% off. It's like $100. It's basically the price of the game now, instead of the like $250 that it was when it
Right.
first came out.
$70 is a good price for like the Dark Horse statues. Like typically they are $50 to $70.
Mhm.
Like the Witcher ones that I got are all 60 or 70. And I found a Doom the Dark Ages. I don't know why I said it like that. Doom the Dark Ages statue. I was like, oh, it's $80. Doom: The Dark Ages, and I click on it. I'm like, $80, and it's the unpainted, like, torn apart version. I'm like, fuck, I'm not gonna paint this. Like, I'm going to screw this up entirely. So I'll get it one day. But that is so cool. Is that all the Doom merch? Since we're on Doom.
The helmet came with the blue key card.
Oh, that's so cool. That's so
And
cool.
it's metal. It's like actually metal.
Oh,
It's
listen
really
to that. Nice.
And then the collector's edition came with the steel book like this.
That is amazing.
But when you open it up, the inside of the steel book has some art in it, but it's got this like molded foam to hold the red card, which is really nice that they did that.
It's interesting.
Usually,
I saw that the one, the Indiana Jones steelbook, the one that Colt actually sent me. Speaking of Colt, Colt's amazing. He sends awesome stuff, and he sent me the Indiana Jones, and it's not meant for a disc. It's meant for I don't know what it's meant for, but yeah, those are the types of steelbooks meant to be like displayed, you know, instead of like put up like I do them.
yeah. And they had the PC.
What?
This came in the collector's. This came in the collector's edition. It's just Doom: The Dark Ages, the case, right?
That's.
But when you open it up, it's a fake. It's a piece of
It's a
paper
fake
with.
disc.
Well, it's got my Steam code on it, but I already redeemed it, so suck it if you're trying to read.
Yeah, don't try to rewind and pause. Be like, I got you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that is so cool.
Anyway, so I don't know. It seems like overkill.
Now, I just love that they sent you like. Remember when PC had discs? Because I remember like walking through stores and it was always that black case that said CD-ROM on it.
Yeah.
Oh, there's Colt. He says, "Oh, Shunk, they're live." Yeah, we almost didn't go live, but
Missed it. Told I was wearing this earlier.
there you go. Yeah, she is fully ready. But you have it. You can't play it, right? You don't have it.
Yeah, no,
or you
it
do-
came today.
Oh,
Came
that
today,
was the
so I
Steam
just
code.
Downloaded.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, I'm so mad, but it's fine. But yeah, that's
it would've been
fantastic.
Awesome if they stuck that red key cord and that was like a USB that had the game, and then you can like just put
Yes.
that key cord in.
That would have been so
Kinda
cool.
like how
USB.
mice now have the like USB dongle like buried in them secretly. You know, I love that. So that
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know, if you're-
They could have easily had it like either collapse in or fold out or something to hide it. Like it would
yeah,
have been.
that's a good idea. Yeah.
Yeah, love that.
That would be
Love
very,
that.
very
Or you could spend. And if anybody ever sees the yellow key card on eBay or somebody's giving it away or selling it away, let me know, because it's only in the edition that came with the graphics card, which was $2,000, because it's a graphics card. It's like a 50. It's like a.
And it's a 5080. Yeah.
Is it a
Why don't you just
50?
ask Arcane?
It's insane. Oh yeah, give it to
So-
him.
I'm not buying a new. I mean, as much as I would love a Doom themed 5080, I don't want to pay for a Doom themed 5080. So,
No,
and I don't need it. So if
I don't
anybody
think
sees
anyone
me-
needs it. Yeah.
Arcane needed it.
I know. Well, can you imagine? Poor Arcane. We gotta start a GoFundMe for Arcane's poor PC. It needs to be upgraded.
But,
Oh wait, yeah, he did.
He just bought it. That's what I'm saying. Holly should ask him
Okay.
if he has a yellow key card.
he got an
Oh.
AMD.
Yeah, now he's actually
Okay.
happy that he can play Indiana Jones, Expedition 33, and Doom
Vampire Masquerade
without having to
Oh,
kill his PC.
Right. Yeah, I'm really happy that he can play games again, but just not with us because he's busy.
Yes.
But
No, it's because you never invite him.
Colt says that that hat looks dope. Made me look like a derpy trucker wannabe. I love that. Yeah, I'm really excited to play Doom. Has anyone played it? DeMarco, were you playing it before? No, you were playing Expedition.
I can't afford the FOMO tax, so no.
Yeah.
Comes
Okay.
with
Yeah.
DLC.
It does. It does come with the DLC. And I
What
was
if
like,
the
dude.
DLC sucks.
Well, I don't know how
Well,
that's.
you wouldn't know
What if it's
anyway, 'cause
really
you still
tiny?
have to buy the DLC.
What if it's
to
really?
know.
What if it's like 2 hours?
That would suck.
I'm sorry, was the Ancient Gods Part 1 and Part 2 for Doom Eternal just a total 2 hours?
No, no.
Then
It has a very
hush.
good reputation for their. It has a very good reputation on their DLCs.
They
Then
didn't
why are
say
you
it was gonna be
complaining?
long.
If it was Ubisoft or EA, you would have an
Because-
argument. But this is its
Because
software.
they could have what they could have done. I've had this argument so many times. If they're charging for the DLCs, and that's the reason why they're charging more for the upgrade, then just make the early access part of a pre-order bonus. End of story.
That's something
Okay.
we have agreed on. But
Yes.
There you go.
So I'm not paying the FOMO tax.
And it comes. You didn't want to be like a cream-colored Doomslayer instead of a army green Doom.
okay, but DeMarco, since I bought it through
trying to figure
GameStop, I'm technically not paying a FOMO tax because I'm actually paying the full thing.
No,
Well,
Technically.
If you buy
I
the
don't
premium
support
edition of
the-
the game,
I don't support the FOMO
Then-
tag unless it has DLC. Like about
Right.
I don't-
Again,
yeah.
or
I didn't
Starfield. That was
agree
kind of, yeah.
Well, no, that one comes well.
Yeah,
It was kind of.
South of Midnight was another one. It didn't have DLC, but it was only $10. And for that type of game, yeah, I can see it.
Okay. Well, Holly, have you been playing anything else?
Sorry. Yeah. Well, yeah, because I haven't played Doom.
I know. I was just, so what else?
I played Oblivion Saturday.
With Fruity Tooty,
And.
or sorry, Tutti Fruity.
Tutti Fruity.
Tutti Fruity.
And I've been playing a lot of Expedition 33, and because I'm kind of in sort of post game content, and there's a lot. It's like almost another whole game. And then I tried. I've been playing. Actually, I've played like 8 hours of Revenge of the Savage Planet, which
Oh,
just
okay.
came out. It's fun.
And it's
it
third
is fun.
person.
Good time. Yes, it is. And you run like a real doofus, and it's great.
I saw the game. Yeah, I think it was Xbox era that showed it, where your dude's like,
you
Yeah.
run goofier than you do in Oblivion Remastered when you sprint. And you're like,
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oblivion didn't
Yeah.
have sprinting in the
Yeah.
original release,
No,
right?
this one does
It
the
didn't,
opposite.
yeah.
You lean way back, and you like kick really. It's really really fun. And there's a Dave the Diver skin in it too, so you can be Dave the Diver running around the island. It's kind of fun.
That's
But,
fantastic.
no.
I love crossovers.
Fun game. Good game,
Okay. All right.
especially for game.
And how many hours are you in Expedition 33? Like 40?
65 maybe.
Oh.
65.
Oh, you have
Okay.
more than me by now. Yeah, you definitely have more than I do.
Damn.
I'm level. Guess what level I am?
74.
65. 69.
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah, brother. Let's go. Game of the year. Oh, it's
You have 30 more
fantastic.
hours than me, and yet I'm only 8 levels behind you?
I don't know, Assassin. You can just say that I suck outright instead of trying to intimate.
Actually, I wasn't trying to say that at all. I'm just trying to say, what the hell did you do for 30 hours?
It's funny, people say that to me like Mass Effect. They're like, that game is like 30 hours tops. And I'm like, what have you been doing? You have 60 hours in Mass Effect 1? I'm like, yes, I do. There's a lot of
Red,
video
what have you
game
been doing?
inside. Like, it's like with Starfield. It's like, and I'm just using Starfield as I'm going to use that as the example for everything in life. But it's like, I'm interacting with the weapon systems. I'm upgrading. I'm walking around. I'm looking at stuff. I'm talking to people. I'm sitting in chairs for no reason. Colt knows what I'm talking about. But yeah, you don't have to be doing something actively to be enjoying the game. You just be walking around, looking at stuff. Do a lot of that in Clear Obscure for sure.
There's a lot in Expedition 33 that's not just combat either, right? So,
A lot of painful discoveries.
well,
Those
there's
damn
a lot of
gestural
like
games.
side content stuff that isn't necessarily like actively leveling you either, right?
Yeah, did
So
you get
it's
through the volleyball
on
game?
How you find stuff? No, F that game. I'm not.
Nope, I did. I did after 2 hours. I raged. And I'm not afraid to admit it. I managed to beat it. Somehow.
I'm all for that. Yeah, brother.
Uh-huh.
One more thing too before I forget, because I'll forget. I just want to say, and I don't think she's here, but RSJ fan, it's her birthday today. So
Oh, well, happy
Becca.
birthday!
Oh, happy birthday.
Fantastic. Hope you have a wonderful,
Happy birthday, Becca.
lovely. Yeah, Becca. Hope she has a wonderful Doom-filled birthday. The game-filled Doom-filled.
I actually
birthday.
did. I actually jumped in a party with FarQ and Becca. It was pretty fun actually talking to people.
It is so cool just to like actually meet people in the community. It's like one of my. It's like
Yes.
like the best part about this whole thing is just meeting people. We're family. We're family. Family. Well, that's great. Yeah, I need to get back into Expedition 33. I actually talked to Colt and Hargeet last night about this, like way too late at night about this. I was like, I'm so tired of feeling like I need to jump on something because of, I'm having, oh, that's awesome. I'm so glad to hear that, Becca. You're awesome. You rock. I'm just so tired of like chasing the FOMO, and like a brand new game just came out and everyone's talking about it and it makes me feel like I want to play it rather than like actually playing what I want to play, like whenever I want to play it, and that's when the ADD sets in. So I'm like, I want to play Grand Theft Auto Vice City for no reason other than the GTA 6 trailer got me with the 80s music. I'm like, I just want to drive around and pick people up in taxis in Vice City, and I did that. I was like, this is great. Starfield keeps calling me back. I'm like, this is great. The Witcher. I've just been jumping all around, and it's been great.
How will you know that you won't have the same thing with a new game if you never give the new game the chance to be
And
like,
why exactly do you
Wow,
keep complaining
I love this.
that you want to play new games, but you just keep going back to the old ones? Like,
Well,
that-
the
you
thing
don't-
is,
like if you want to play the old games, that's fine, but don't keep saying like I need to play this or I want to play this. Like, just do it. Stop saying it and do it. And like Holly said, you never know. You'll get addicted to the new game, like we did with Expedition.
it's actually what happened with Expedition, with Claire Obscure, because I wasn't like in the mood to play. Like I wasn't in the mood to start it yet. And then when you start it, that first 45 minutes, you're like, fuck, holy fucking shit. Like, okay, I'm in. But so now my issue is that I'm not even done with Act 1, and I've heard people talk about Act 1 like it's a double whammy. Like you thought at the beginning.
It's pain.
Yeah, and then I'm like, okay, I gotta hurry up and at least get to that. So it is one of those games where it's like I know that as soon as like I'm not in the mood for this, and then you start playing it and you're like, never mind, yes I am, and I think I just need to do that with Expedition 33 because I love it, like I really do. But like,
You don't want it spoiled either because it's a
Yeah.
really unique, like the game in the whole is a really unique experience. So when things
Right.
happen, you don't want to hear those from other people.
exactly.
Like,
I'm
exactly.
just
Marco,
thankful
you've
that the
been playing
big
a lot of
wigs.
it too, right? Like,
He has.
I
Yeah,
have-
he has.
I have 12 hours in it. I'm not past Act 1. I haven't finished Act 1. I found Sael. And I found I was saying about it earlier today, just over Twitter, but I was mistaking, what was it? Not Florence. What's the guy's name?
Francois.
Francois. I was just gonna
Francois.
say every random F name until I found it, maybe.
Francesco.
I didn't
Francesco.
mean Francois. I meant Esqui. Esqui?
Oh,
SKA.
Esquier.
SKA. That's a fucking cool name. I love that.
He is absolutely my favorite character. I love him. I think his voice actor was hysterical. He's the one I meant when I was saying Francois. But Esquier is like, I love his, I don't know, I love the voice actor's performance. I think he's hysterical. There's a lot of things in the game that you could tell they're trying to be funny, or they're trying to make a joke. And no discredit to the developers, but I see the joke and I go, eh. But
Okay.
SKA is genuinely hysterical, and he gets me really good. Like when the game's funny and it wants to be funny, it's funny. But I found him, and then I started doing some exploring, and the only minor nitpick I have is with a game that's this expansive, I have no idea, because what is it? Sort of Star Wars Jedi Survivor of all games got me really wary of exploring in a game that's supposed to be kind of about exploring. And the
Yeah.
reason why is because when I was playing Jedi Survivor, not only will you, it's Metroidvania-like, right? So what will happen is you'll get gear to get to a new area, and then you'll go through that new area, and you'll get 10 feet in, and then it'll be like, oh, but you need different gear to get past this one that you don't have yet. And you go, well, why the hell could I get here to begin with? Just put the other thing in front. Or the alternative, and this was like the worst thing, my first time playing through Jedi Survivor, I got to this Imperial base that also, and you could just get there. You could get there because I was just exploring, because I like to do everything before I do the main stuff. And I just got to this Imperial base by exploring, and turns out that's like one of the most climactic set pieces for the game, is leading up to that Imperial base and then cutting through it, and then you kind of get to the end of the game.
Oh,
And
okay.
I
I
was
think I
like-
know what you're talking about. Yeah.
I was like, oh, I had already been here. And it kind of, like, there's some super cool fights that you get into, really intense, really hard. I'm playing on the toughest difficulty, so I'm mastering parries. I have all my skills. Like, it would have been a super epic build-up to the climax of the game. But because it let me get to that point beforehand, I feel like so much of that build-up spoiled. So much of that
Okay.
build-up to the climax was just
Yeah.
taken away from me. And so now I'm playing Expedition 33, or just any game. But Expedition 33 in particular, I'm exploring these yellow fields. I forget the name of them. But I'm exploring these yellow fields. I just found SKA. I'm supposed to do something. I'm supposed to find his rock. And I'm exploring these yellow fields, and I don't know if that's where I'm going to end up going later. Like, the story's going to take me to this area. If this is 100% an optional area. I don't know how that's balanced, and so I'm going through it like, I hope I'm really not ruining the flow of the game by going to this area right now, and I should just be sticking to the objective.
That's it's interesting. That's sort of what I'm doing too. I'm actually like, I think I'm like 9 hours in, so I'm and I haven't finished, and I haven't met anyone either, by the way. So I'm sort of doing what you're doing, because I like to do that too. I don't want to. I like to explore, do the side stuff first. That way, like, the carrot on the end of the stick is the main quest, and that way I feel like I'm definitely prepared. Because I spent literally, I think I told you guys this like last week or so. There, as soon as you get into the your first, it's not the it's before you get to the overworld. It's where you get to your first rest spot. And right beside the rest spot, there was an enemy, like a giant enemy. And I said, I already know what I'm going to do. I fought that guy and reset. I'm not kidding. I had to fight him at least 45 or 50 times. And I'm not exaggerating at all. I'm not exaggerating. And this is the thing that I did, like, in Persona games. Like, you grind and you grind and you grind and you grind to feel like you have that edge. Like, I want to be at least 5 levels higher than what I am supposed to be. That way, when the hard bosses come, I'm like, I don't have to go back and then grind, if that makes sense.
It's
but-
interesting. I felt like the difficulty in Expedition 33, honestly, and maybe it's because I don't play enough games that are like this, but I feel like the difficulty in the game, from what I've experienced so far, has either been like, this boss is going to kill you in 2 hits, because you don't have the right gear, but if you geared up a little bit or leveled up or put, rearrange your points a little bit, maybe more defense or more vitality, like, you'd be able to survive a bit longer. Like, the difficulty comes because this guy's gonna kill you in 2 hits, not necessarily because they have, like, I don't know, a lot of different effects you gotta manage, or you have to really, I don't know. It's hard to explain. The parry timing and the dodge timing is really precise, so obviously that requires precision and a little bit of practice to it. But as I'm going through, I've either found that, hey, these even bosses, like, they're really easy. I'm not having that hard of a time with them. Or it's like, oh, well, I died because it's just going to kill me in 2 hits and it'll just party wipe me. I don't have that in between where fights are just really, really tense and really, really close.
Mm-hmm. And I'm still struggling with the parrying and dodging. Like, I am
Just
doing
don't
that
parry.
thing. Yeah, like, I've gotten to a point where I'm like, okay, I've dodged enough times. I know when he's going to hit me. But those 2 windows are completely different. So it's like, yeah, I'm dodging at the right time, but you can't dodge at the same timing as a parry or vice versa. They're just not the same. So it's like, come on, man. And I know, like, I'm probably in the minority. I mean, a lot of people are just making it through, but, like, parrying feels like it's really rewarding, but it feels really punishing whenever you're trying to focus on getting good at it. You're just not, like, I'm just not getting good at it.
I basically only parry. I think I've gotten pretty okay at it. I still mess up a lot, like I was just doing before the show. I was doing a fight against a mime, and as Holly, you were saying, all the mimes in the game have the same attack. They have like 2 attacks. They either swing a hammer or they punch you. So 2 things they do. And for some reason, with that stupid freaking hammer thing, I can never parry that.
Are you talking about, like, when they wind up and then they're like,
it's
wham,
delayed.
Too
wham.
fast.
Yeah,
It's
I know what you're talking about.
When it's like in any attack with any boss, if the attacks are close together, it's almost like your character doesn't have enough recovery time to register a full parry again. Like, it's so exact. I don't know.
Yeah, it's very precise. But for some reason that one, but I basically only parry, and it is really satisfying. Because when you only parry and you're like, I'm not even gonna hit the dodge button, I'm just gonna parry things. The only time I dodge is when you can't get the retaliate strike if you miss one of the parries in the combo. So then I'll be like, alright, I messed it up, like he hit me, let me just dodge because it gives me the wider window. But then I go right back to parrying. And then you only get used to looking at, this strike is this close to hitting me.
Yeah.
So now I hit the button. And that's all you're looking for is just like,
Yeah.
and then you're just parrying.
That's awesome. Yeah, I can't wait to get back into it. Just talking about it has made me, because I don't want to get too far away from it emotionally either, because you know what I mean. I don't even want to. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah.
Once you finish Act 1, Red, then you'll officially be invested, because that's when it got to me, and I'm pretty sure
Did you
it
say
got to
everyone?
Holly too.
Act 1.
What? Act 1.
Act 1.
Like the end of Act 1, Holly, can you agree, like, that was the point where I think a lot of people were, like, fully invested in the game's story?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of game up to the end of Act 1 that gets you sort of just the other thing that's really important, I think, for you to really, like, experience the game in the way it is intended, is anytime you go to camp after every, like, level that you go into. You know how you, like, go to Spring Meadow or go to the Jestro Village or whatever. Go to camp every time and talk to as many of them as you can. Always spend time with them. When you go to the camp, the fire, if you can write in the journal, write in the journal. If it says check up on others, always do that. Like, do as much of that as you can, because A, it gives you fighting rewards sometimes, or camp rewards, and B, it develops a relationship with your character that actually, like, well, A, that's just really nice, and, like, it's good, like, you know, emotional investment, but then it also does create a bond between the characters that will be beneficial to you later. I won't say why, but there are things that come with doing that. And also, so you're doing that kind of stuff, right? Where you're becoming more, like, you know more about them. You have a relationship that you're building between one and the other, et cetera, et cetera. And so I think you already, like, kind of enjoy them. But then, yes, at the end of Act 1, you're like, all right, well, now what do I do? Like, you're just kind of like, and so it propels you to be like, well, what are you going to do next? You know, like, what's the next thing? Like, okay.
Okay. Can I just say one thing?
Red,
Yeah.
So all I was just going to add to what Holly said is, you can basically tell, like, when you're trying to bond with the other party members, that you can definitely tell that the developers, specifically the creative director, he actually said he's a big fan of Persona 3, and what Holly just described perfectly describes the social link system from modern day Persona games, how you bond with certain characters. You get stronger personas, Red, you know what I'm talking about?
Yep.
Same thing,
That's a good
except, you know, it's
comparison.
not personas. It's basically, like, you get stronger attacks, you get different
The
buffs.
Luminos and- yeah.
Yes, Luminos, yep.
That's
And,
awesome.
Yeah, That
yeah.
was basically the big
kinda wanna get
description
into
of
it now.
what it is.
I was
Yeah.
playing and I realized I'd gotten so many levels that I hadn't equipped any new Luminas. So I was going.
Yeah.
I had like 30 something Lumina slots, and I only had like 7 of them used. I was like, oh, huh.
That
Yeah,
explains-
well, you got to find as many Pictos as you can and as many Luminous as you can, especially if you want to fit it to your playstyle. Like I built my build on counterattacking, so parrying is obviously a big deal for me. Like the Picto system, I cannot believe how many Pictos there are.
I also really like the weapon scaling too. I feel like it's very balanced that you could kind of use the
Yeah.
same weapon throughout. Like I'm using a weapon that I found, I don't know, in the water world. I got like this crustacean sword for Gustav, and I'm still using it just because for Gustav I dumped points into defense. For Lune, I dumped them into luck, and for Mael, I dumped them into might.
Just make sure you're doing it based on the weapon scaling.
Well, I was hoping that eventually you'll kind of find a weapon that fits whatever, like, all different types of attributes, and so I might be hindered short term because I'm like, okay, I'm gonna put all of Mael's things into no.
So there's a couple, like, so first of all, I will just say, like, to me, who hasn't really played JRPGs like this right before, I was confused for a long time about Pictos and Lumina and like what was really going on, right? Like Lumina is super important, and the passives that you apply are hugely important. They will be even more so like late game, right? In the beginning it's not as big a deal, right? But it's sort of critical to pay attention to who you are as a player, right? And then attach those things. But the weapons, you get enough upgrade materials that if you have one that you really like, you could just keep upgrading it with, you know, with your character as you go. You will pick up new weapons. They're not like robustly abundant, but you do pick up weapons. And then you get those recoats that allow you
swords, like maybe like 5 or 6 swords for Gustav at this point.
But they'll be, you know, there's the elements. Don't stack multiple characters with one type of element, because that will bite you in the butt.
Screwed, yeah.
It
Yeah,
will, yeah,
but
especially
always-
with characters like Lune or CL, especially.
I don't
Always
understand CL. I have no idea how she's.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I didn't
Her
play with
system.
her in my main party because her fortune tell thing was But
She's
The-
great at giving buffs.
she- always have might, and then your, you know, and then you need vitality, right? Because you need some health. But then purely like, it's nice. It took me a little while too, right? Because when you add your points, it'll show you where your weapon is and what's A and what's B or C or D,
Yeah,
or
yep.
you know, like, and it always just has 2. It'll have 2, and then might double stack. So I
Holly,
would
have you
follow
defeated
that.
the Paintress yet?
Yeah.
You have? Have you gotten the
First try.
Picto?
First try.
try. Oh, yeah, sure.
I was level 60 when I went to the Paintress.
Oh, okay, yeah, it's recommended you be at least level 45 to 50 when you fight her.
Yeah.
Now
Yeah.
I understand.
I can I just say one more? The only
Alright.
thing that I have an issue with, I have an issue with this in Persona as well, and I'm like, please give me the option to disable this. I am not a fan of subtitles in anything, anyway, but if someone isn't speaking and there's text, I get it. I have to read it. They're not speaking. I hate having text along with people speaking, because then I'm just reading it. Within the millisecond, they're like, we need to go to the forest to find the man. I've already read it. And I'm like, but I want to like see the performances. I want to hear the voices. I don't want to my brain can't handle it. I can't handle. I hate it so much. It's the same thing that they do in Persona, where it's like, hey, and then they're talking, verbally, and then there's also this giant fucking text at the bottom. I'm like, please stop this. I don't know. Maybe it's just a me thing, but I hate that. But which is why I was curious at like post launch support and patches. I was hoping that they would give like a little easier mode for parrying for babies like me and allow me to disable subtitles, but whatever.
Honestly,
it's a minor thing.
So if you like it, it's your play style and what you want to do, but like they'll be like you'll get that dodger Pictos really early, right? Which just helps you get a point for dodging. If you're not good at parrying, just dodge. It's fine. Like, it's not that big a deal. Like, just play, because otherwise you're going to be beating your head in just trying to, like, master the 132 millisecond parry system that they put in that doesn't really have any cues.
But it feels good when you do it.
It
does. But then you're like, I'll never be able to do
does,
that again.
especially when you do a counterattack.
Deep, satisfying, like, boom, slows
I
down,
agree
and then
with
you
you,
just
but
like,
it's not
and you see the
necessary.
damage number pop up, and you're just like, I'm the
I mean, Holly, I get what you're saying, and no, it's not necessary, but the fact that the game rewards you for parrying so well by allowing you to do a counterattack and doing extra damage, it's worth it. It really is, especially when you have a full party.
But
Because
I'm just saying,
you do more damage when you have a
you
full
don't
party.
have to do any of that. You can play the game with dodge, and you will get through it. You'll love it. It'll be fun. So it depends on you. If you like to beat your head in enough, right, to get the parry system, great. Or if you're naturally good at it, great. But if you're not, and you don't like replaying bosses 10, 15 times, fucking parry. Just dodge, and it'll be fine. You'll be fine. You'll win. It'll be good. You'll get out of there, no problem. That's my PSA about that, because I just feel like all the Giga Chads of parrying are like, yeah, we really need to parry. It's so good. It's awesome. And I'm like, yeah, I agree. It's amazing.
It's kind of like the
But,
Souls
like,
version
I
of
don't
Get
really-
Good.
But I don't feel like it's necessary. Like, do it if you want to do it and you want to get great at it. If you don't dodge. It'll be fine. Duck, dive,
No,
dip, dive, dive. It's
I've
fine.
seen some of the end level, Holly, like dodging is not an option with those bosses. It's really not.
Interesting. Well, anyway, hey, that's the whole review of Expedition 33. We went on a whole tangent.
Game of the Year contender from two of us. Just waiting on the other two to catch up.
There you go. Shout out to some more people jumped in here. See Noise Mofo, Andrew Cullinane, and again, shout out to RSJ fan Becca. Happy birthday to her. So wish her a happy birthday. There are over 20 people here, and there's like 12 likes. Guys, come on. I know you're listening, but I'm talking to you. Don't rely on the next person to do it. I'm talking to you, man. Pause your game. Hit the like button. Come on! But no, seriously, thank you guys. And Drake Williams is here. Jacob Tuplot, Sith Lord. I don't think I've ever seen Sith Lord. Just like, actually, I'm sure that, I know that they're in chat, or that they're listening, but they usually don't chat. But thank you for being here. Appreciate it. And of course, Slowlark. Slowlark says, nah, I need those subtitles because I find it difficult to hear some conversations, especially in games where they speak really quickly. I would like if the subtitles popped up as they speak. That wouldn't bother me. But the whole paragraph of what they're about to say is there. And I'm like, then don't have them speak. I don't know. It's just a pet peeve of mine. But anyway.
Okay, my one pet peeve, my one pet peeve is that once you start a fight, like, sometimes you just get smacked really hard at the beginning. And you're like, I want to restart because I already know where this is going and it's not going to be good. There's no restart. And that
that is the Red, you and I both
point.
have played Persona. That feature does not exist in Persona at
Right.
all.
Yep.
And that's the one thing that I am grateful to Metaphor Refantasio, because that game allows you to restart the fight if you're not doing so hot.
Right.
I wish more JRPGs, especially turn-based, I wish they would allow you to restart.
Right. Like, I started the fight. I just got punched square in the face. Like, right here in the face. And I'm like, well, guess I gotta stay like this.
I've always looked at those types of things and then said, like, hey, I'm probably going to lose this, but now's the time to work on the parries. Now's the time to work on the dodging. Now's the time to test out, like, a different combo, especially when Expedition 33 relies heavily on kind of setting up a character to do their next thing. With the way the action points work, or, like, especially with, like, Lune and building her orbs and stuff. Let me try out this strategy to see if it works for the attacks, and I don't maybe that's just a me thing, but I don't feel the need to reset. I think that's a good practice opportunity, no?
I do like the fact that I do like the fact that Sandful did implement a feature when you are fighting, that it will highlight attacks or buffs that will either do more damage or will buff you up a bit more. I like how they highlight that in gold. So that way you're like, oh, well, this attack will do damage, or I can use this buff and give myself either more health or more defense or something else. I do like that feature. I wish Persona actually had that.
Yeah. Well, let's move on. So, and real quick, I just wanted to say this. Just give me like 5 minutes. Or not even 5 minutes. You guys know me. I'm a huge Stalker fan. And I love milsim games. But I have never played the origin of milsim games. Do you guys know what, like, the king of all milsim games, like, what started that whole genre? No?
Call of Duty.
No.
Well, that's not necessarily a milsim, but...
Doom.
Thank you guys for hitting the like button, by the way. I saw some of you guys hit the like button. I appreciate you. Arma. So, everyone knows what DayZ is. Arma is... DayZ comes from the Arma engine. But I've never played it because I've just been like, I just know I'm not going to like that. But what I've learned is that in these types of games, it's not about you playing, getting your friends together and playing. It's really a lot of it is based on meeting random people every time that you jump into a game like DayZ or Arma. It's about the interactions that you have. Like, it's endless. Every time that you jump into a new session, it's like you meet somebody new. Maybe they betray you, maybe something. But it's always like a new adventure each time. So Arma Reforger has a trial, like a 6-hour trial on Xbox and probably PC as well. And so I played that recently. And I got like 3 hours in and I was like... And because you're meeting people, everyone's in game chat. Everyone is in game chat, and we're talking like 130 people on a server. And it was so fun, and I probably killed like 3 people in the 3 hours that I played. But so did everyone else. It wasn't like we were winning. It was just the whole experience of everyone get in the truck, and we're all traveling across the map, like 30 minutes away to get to a base that's being attacked, and like it's super.
Co-op?
Yeah, oh yeah, it's big time co-op. Yeah, it's like 100. There was 128 people in the server that I played, and there's all these different servers, and each server has different. But it's completely open world, and it functions very much like you have your inventory and you got your gear and you can load. It's so in depth. It's really intimidating. Like you can do things menu-wise, like contextually, like I'm going to press the A button or left on the D-pad to switch my fire rate or whatever, for example. Or you can hold Y and your dude literally picks up his gun and he like holds it sideways and you can like select and it'll turn it this way and you can look. It's so in-depth, it's crazy. Like, but again, it wasn't about like winning or losing. It was just about like the experience of like, and like there were three or four of us that were hiding from the enemies that were at this farm, and I was like, everybody get the fuck down because there's tall grass here. We're gonna crawl up to them. And one of these other dudes that we had met, Bobby, and again, I don't know these people, but I just met them, and he's like, I'm gonna go get on the MG and like
you were just in game chat.
Yeah, just in game chat. Like everyone is in game chat. Everyone is in game chat, and you're just like meeting people, and people are like, yo, Red Wolf, like, yo, you want to squad up? And I'm like, yeah, let's do this. I'm gonna head to farm and try to help out, because you can hear people on the radio, and it like does this whole voiceover thing or this like voice changer thing to where if you hold the left bumper and you're on the same channel as, you can select different radio channels. It'll be like, we need help over here at, y'all get over here, help. Like it changes. It's so immersive in that way. It was so fun. But just so many random things happen. It was just, it's really addictive. Really addictive. Like I was like, damn it. I did not think that I was going to like this game at all. But anyway, I just wanted to tell that I could go on and on, but anyway, I just wanted to shout it out because it does have like a 5 or 6 hour trial that you can play on Xbox and like I said, probably PC. That's Arma Reforger. But anyway, just wanted to say that's as far as like what I've been playing. The regular stuff. I played Vice City and The Witcher and blah blah blah, Starfield. But anyway, so shout out to Gray Monad. What's up, man? KLZ 180. Hey guys, listening on the way to work while my workmate is driving. Fantastic. Well, tell your workmate, don't drive fast and be safe, because you have to make it to the end of this episode. And shout out to everyone who's here. Really, really appreciate you. And Assassin, we're an hour in.
This has been the longest. What have you been playing?
I know, it literally
time?
has. It's literally been it's been an hour. So, do you even want to tell us what you've been playing? Do you want to get into the first topic? What do you want to do?
I'm gonna be honest. I will make this pretty quick. So I started to play through Cyberpunk. I haven't been feeling that well lately this week, so I haven't been streaming it much. So I will get back to it this week, probably Thursday, since I'm off.
Nice.
But what I did do, and I did tweet about it on Twitter, I managed to platinum Batman Arkham Asylum in 11 hours. Wasn't even trying to, but I did.
What?
Yeah,
How
I
did you
replayed
get
it
all
on
the-
PlayStation 5, and yeah.
All the
How-
Riddler trophies?
That's what I was going to
All
ask.
the Riddler trophies. The crazy part to me, I did not even look up anything in terms of the Riddler trophies to find out where they were or how to solve it. I just did it on my own. It was basically muscle memory, yeah.
In the words
I
of Ron...
remember I can go through and remember a lot of the riddles in that game.
I don't believe you.
But
Hey,
crazy.
I mean, do you want me to send the screenshot? Because I will.
I mean, listen, we can all hack, and give ourselves... I told you guys
Hey,
in Black Ops
piss
2...
off.
Okay. Brewhood, what's up, man? Brew, can you please... Am I saying your name right? Brewhood? Is that how you say it? Please explain. MBG, what's up, man? He says, what do you call a cereal box full of snakes? Honey bunches of nopes. Thank
Wow.
you. That was so good. Every time MBG shows up, I'm just like, I can just see him there with this white wall
Dude,
behind
he just
him.
keeps on popping in, hoping we'll talk about Metal Gear Solid Delta, but bro, we're 3 months early, bro.
Oh, gotcha. Oh, KLZ says, I would tell him, but he's a grumpy 65-year-old driving a Aussie V8, so good luck on telling him that. I got you. Oh, shit. Maybe I shouldn't have said that out loud. I wonder if they're listening to the show out, like, on the radio. And I'm just
He's like, now I'm on the side of the road because he kicked me out of my car. Way to go, bro.
Thanks a lot. Now I gotta fucking walk to work. Oh my god, I love it. Yeah, Assassin using Wiimote on the PlayStation somehow. I know. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna use Wiimote for a couple games that I can't beat, just to get them.
What the heck is Wiimote?
It's amazing. It's amazing. It's a PC where you can just turn on cheats. It's fantastic. I'm gonna use it for Sekiro and Cuphead and Darkest Dungeon. It's gonna be great.
So for all the horror games then, okay. Yeah, see the
All the
thing
horror
is, I'm
games, yeah.
irritated a little bit with with the Batman Arkham games right now, or not even with the games, but I didn't realize, I completely forgot that the Return to Arkham collection is supposed to have 2 discs. So I have Arkham Asylum, but I'm missing Arkham City. And I'm kind of salty about that. Thank you, retailer, that I completely forgot where I got the game from. Wasn't GameStop, but still. I wanted to play Arkham City.
Well, you know what I wanted to play, Assassin? I wanted to play Marvel 1943 this year, and it looks like
Nice
we're not
segue.
gonna. Thank you.
No, we're not going to.
We're not going to, because it got delayed. Marvel 1943 Rise of Hydra got delayed. I was really interested in this one because it sort of looked like Marvel's Avengers, which, by the way, was a very good game functionally. It was not a good gameplay loop design. But I really, really wanted to like Avengers. I beat it. Had really awesome set pieces, but it was the game loop that just could not. I was like, I'm hating this. So Marvel, if anyone doesn't know, this is a game focused on Captain America, Black Panther. What's the army man? Who? Hydra. Oh, Rise. And 1943. Yep. So that's what it is, and it got delayed. And this is Amy Hennig's new game, and she is amazing. Didn't she do Uncharted?
Yes, she did all the Uncharted games.
Right. Yeah. So, and she was great. She was also on, what was that canceled game? Another canceled game
Star Wars
games?
1313.
That's right.
Yep.
Yeah.
God damn
Yeah.
it, EA.
And then also she was in that wasn't she involved with another Star Wars canceled game, that Han Solo-esque game? Remember that?
That was the plan. She was
was
going to do a single-player Han Solo game.
Yeah, like we saw concept art for it, right? With the dude with the trench coat.
Yes, Amy Hennig
Yeah.
cannot just catch a break after leaving
It
Naughty
sucks,
Dog.
man. Yeah, and Slowlark says our Army Man is my favorite Marvel character. Thank you. There is an
Army
Army
Man.
Man. I don't know who the fuck he is. If you look at the thumbnail, there's an Army Man. You know who it reminds me of? If you glance at it, it looks like Robert Downey Jr. from Tropic Thunder. Just glance at it.
Oh
It
my
just,
god.
And I can't unsee it. It killed me when I was making the thumbnail. I was like,
Yeah, you're playing as
disguised
4
as a
different
dude,
characters
playing a
in this
dude.
game. You're playing Captain America, you're playing Black Panther, you're playing I think she's the head of the Wakandan quote-unquote Secret Service. And I
Okay.
think it's an unnamed army soldier. I'm trying to look it up right now to see if they actually gave names for those two characters. So just keep talking.
okay, I will. But yeah, DeMarco, you like Marvel stuff, kind of.
do.
Did you see the gameplay for it? It's like last year, wasn't it?
Yeah. It's one of those games that was just announced way too early. So I saw it and I went,
Yeah.
okay. And
No, it wasn't.
It was like 2 years ago, almost, wasn't it?
It was revealed last year for a release date this year.
But when you say last year, do you mean like January of last year? Because
No, it was like June.
but it
in
had
the
anything
words
since,
of
right?
Ron,
Like, it's just been complete cricket. So like I saw it and I went, that looks cool.
Okay, so found the name. So Captain America, Black Panther, Azuri, not T'Challa. Let's just keep that in mind. It's T'Challa's grandfather. Howling Commandos member Gabriel Jones, and the leader of Wakandan's spy network Nanali is her name. I did not
Nanali.
expect the Howling Commandos to be a part of this game at any point.
So that's Army Man.
Mr. Gabriel Jones, yes.
Okay.
It's on
Okay.
Unreal Engine 5. Amy Hennig is producing and writing the game. It's Skydance New Media's first game. Yeah, it was announced in October 2021 with just a title screen, but we saw the gameplay. Okay, so DeMarco, you are right. They did announce it too early, but yeah,
It
they
took
showed off
you
the gameplay
that
last year for a
long.
release date this year. Yeah.
I'm glad.
And they
glad.
showed
So
it
go
off.
ahead.
They showed off gameplay last year for a release date this year, and then they showed that gameplay, and then the game disappeared. Right. So I saw it. I went, man, that looks cool, and then nothing came of it since, and so I sort of forgot about it. And it's a game that I would pay a lot more attention to because it's going to be, very story driven, of course, with Amy Hennig behind it. But it's one that I pay attention to, but only once it gets closer. And to be honest, I think that they probably now we know there's a delay, right? So they were probably weighing, do we need to delay the game? Should we not delay the game? They've probably been weighing that back and forth whether or not they were going to hit certain milestones for a while now, and that's totally expected. But ultimately, I think that it's probably a good thing, just because you could argue now that GTA 6 has moved into next year, which even then that's calling into question whether or not that'll get delayed a second time. But would have been a good opportunity for them to kind of fill in that gap with their title. However, what I will say is between Doom the Dark Ages, between Expedition 33, I still do want to play more of Avowed. There's so many titles that are still coming out right now and will continue to be releasing throughout this year that it's heavy. It's heavy. Borderlands 4 is coming later this year too, so
Yeah.
Metal Gear,
For
Lost
$80.
Suicide, Mafia.
is it confirmed to be 80? I thought they said they weren't announcing the price yet, which probably means 80. But
No, I don't.
Randy
wait,
Pitchford intimated by the way he talked about it that it was going to follow along the lines of Nintendo and Xbox and become an $80 game, which.
Oh,
made
you
me
son
say,
of a bitch.
I will
Okay.
wait for a sale.
I will not be
Yeah,
buying it then.
same.
Yeah.
I will not buy it either.
Yeah, guys,
Save me money
vote
on
vote with
game.
your wallets, chat. Like, if you're like really excited about something and you're like, you gotta think about if a game got delayed, how long would you wait? Would you wait 3 months, 5 months, 6 months? Like, how long would you wait? I would suggest if you don't agree with this price hike from anyone, act like it got delayed.
I'll tell
for
you.
that game got delayed by 6 months because guess what? In 6 months, it's gonna be $20 cheaper, and that's what it would be worth.
Honestly, the cool thing about Borderlands 2 is it's not really a game that, in my opinion, maybe it's just because I'm not super active with Borderlands, so I'm not seeing it on social media and the algorithms aren't picking it up for me or whatever, but I feel like that's not really a game that gets spoiled because there's so
Yeah.
many jokes and gags and things that there's so many hidden,
Yeah.
you know. So it's not really like a game I'm worried about spoilers.
And it's
so,
not. The stories aren't like transcendent, right? Like,
Oh,
if
Borderlands
you tell
2
me
was
something.
really good.
Well, yeah, but like,
Out of
There's
3
no-
games, well, 4.
You think it's easier for all 4 of us to decide with our wallet? Poor Arcane, he's a good Borderlands fan, and now he's conflicted over this $80 price.
Listen, it's the type of thing, like, I don't want to spend $80 for it. I'll wait for a sale, but honestly, now, I can tell you right now what's going to happen with Borderlands 4, at least for me personally, is unless there's other people that I'm going to be playing it with, it's like, alright, well, I do want to do that, right? Like, I want to experience it in co-op. What will ultimately happen is I'm not going to pick it up at $80. I'm going to wait for a sale. You're going to start seeing the sales. It'll go down to $60, and that'll be whatever, 20% off, whatever that is. And so you go, maybe not, I don't know, but it's been so long already. I could wait a couple more till it goes down to 30 or it goes down to 40. And then at that point, when it finally goes down to 40, I go, I could probably wait till they release the edition that comes with all the expansions in it that you know they're going to do. So it's just going to keep pushing that number back and back and back until I get all of the bells and whistles in the game with all the Vault Hunters that they add and all the DLCs that they do.
the
And I get
patches
the
for the
Super
things
Edition.
that were broken.
The season
Patches,
passes,
the
nerfs.
rebalancing, the nerfs, the buffs, the what else? The golden keys that they're gonna inevitably.
Borderlands seems like a Christmas
They
game
should
to me.
not be selling that game for $80 alone. Listen, here's an argument against $80 games right here for you. Everyone says whenever games go up that they're going to become more consumer friendly. Well, if Gearbox came out and said, well, we're not going to do golden keys this time around, but we're charging $80 for the game. Honestly, I might look at that and go, okay, maybe you got me because I like that, right? You don't have any of that stupid stuff in the game. You don't really need the golden keys because they just kind of, they're basically time savers is what they essentially are. But like, if they did that, then maybe I would go, okay. But they're not going to do that. They're not going to do that. They're still going to charge you microtransactions in the $80 game, so.
Right.
For
And
sure.
like,
Arcane,
think about.
I'm just...
I just want to say it's for
Go on,
everybody.
Rick. Go.
Think about like whatever's gonna happen with GTA 6, regardless of how much that game will sell for, whether it's 70 or 80 or 100, they are going to charge for GTA 6 online this time. There's going to be an entry fee. I'm telling you guys right now. So imagine if they said, but listen, but hang on, guys, we're not gonna have shark cards, but GTA Online is $50.
Honestly, no, they're not going to do that. They're going to charge shark cards. They make way too much money.
No, they have...
No, I know they are. I know.
I agree
I'm
with
just
the
saying.
Marco. Yeah, they make
But-
way too much money. $8.5 billion
100%
since its
yeah,
launch.
Yeah.
What would be
No, they're not passing that
right,
up.
The right move to do would be to release the online, honestly, for free.
Yeah, yeah, I
Because
agree.
They make so much money for
Agreed.
the shark cards.
Yeah.
They should release it for free. I could see them doing something where they say, all right, if you want the game, it's going to be $80 or whatever it will be priced at, and it comes with the online, or you can just get the online for like $30 or 40 or like half the price, whatever the price
So, because I want to give
agree with
Rockstar the
that.
benefit of the doubt, I
But it-
want to give Rockstar the benefit of the doubt. Let's say that they price it at 70, just normal 70. How do you think the industry is going to react?
Yeah. Look, this is a rabbit hole. I'm gonna be honest. Let's.
Yeah, when it comes to Rockstar, it's a never-ending rabbit hole.
But hey, that Marvel game sounds pretty cool though. That's coming out next year. Now.
Yeah. Like, this is the thing. This has been happening for 2-3 years now. Like, we expect a very, very heavy year, and then a bunch of games get delayed. And yet, despite so many games getting delayed to the next year, it's still a heavy year. Like, we said it in 2023 and 24, and now this year. Like, next year is gonna be even just as insane. Like, this game, Fable, Onimusha, GTA 6, Replaced, which I think did get delayed to 2026, if I'm not mistaken. There's just so much to play.
It got delayed to the fall.
It got delayed to fall this year? Okay. I thought it got delayed to next year.
It could get delayed again, it just got
What-
delayed to the fall.
Which is fair, Zach. Like, that team is another studio that is dealing with the war in Ukraine. So, take as much time as you need, guys. Also, Arcane, I swear to God, if Blade is $80, I'm gonna be right there with you, brother.
Yeah.
They better not charge $80 for Blade.
Jacob Tupa just said, I just put my headphones on. Do you have something going on in the background? And I apologize if you... a music track. Well, the music... oh, wait. Is the music not going? The music should be going. Hang on 1 second. I don't know if it's looping like it should be, because I don't see... oh, there we go. There we go. Is the music... the music has been off this whole time. So that's probably why you were able to hear that. Damn it! I don't know why. I don't know why the background music stopped.
Also, Red, Jacob asked, can you put a hat on me?
That's crazy. It was not going that whole time. Damn it! Damn it, guys! That's fucked. I'm so sorry. Yeah. So I have a fan going and everything else. Anyway, back on target. So I would say when it comes to Marvel 1943, it's a good thing that it got delayed for whatever reason. I don't really see a whole lot of fanfare around any superhero stuff right now other than Blade. Like, a lot of people are excited for Blade.
Superman trailer tomorrow that I'm the only one who's excited for it, apparently.
Hey,
Yeah,
there
you
was
are.
There was a teaser trailer.
Yeah, but now the real trailer's coming tomorrow.
Okay.
What
BT Maverick
trailer?
says.
James
Oh,
Gunn's
Rivals.
The, Holly,
Superman.
the next super shit trailer is coming tomorrow.
Come on, it's not gonna be shit. It's just not gonna be what. It's not gonna be. I'm gonna be honest.
It's going to be a James.
A2 Brutus?
It's going to
A2?
be a James Gunn movie, which
What do you mean
means
Brutus,
it's
Holly?
a great
What do
popcorn
you mean
flick.
by
It's
that?
going to have some heart and soul, but it's not going to be a.
Yo,
like-
can we not talk about Gunn and what he's doing?
Let the man
DC,
finish. Let
okay.
DeMarco please continue.
No, that's it. There's going to be a good movie. It's not going to be. No, it's
It
not going to
won't
be.
be shit.
It's
It'll
not going to be
doo-doo.
Oppenheimer.
Thank you,
It's not gonna
Arcane.
It's not going to be Casablanca. Okay. It's not going to
It
be
won't
Howl's
be
moving.
shit. It'll be
It's
total
not going to be
shit.
Howl's Moving Castle. It's not going to be Schindler's List.
Okay, Natasha Romanoff.
It's
You mean
going to
Audrey
be-
Hepburn's not going to be in it?
No. It's going to be a good, fun movie with some heart and some soul to it. And it'll
Hey,
be a
Holly,
good
you want to
film.
know what's crazy?
Listening to DeMarco when he talks about Superman?
No.
I don't even like Superman! I don't like him as a character, and I'm excited for this.
I'm
Holly,
That's
you know
why.
what- Holly, you know
Because
what's
you have
crazy?
no respect for the content. What?
No,
I like-
because
I mean, yeah,
James
he
Gunn
doesn't
has the
respect the
most
character at all.
respect for it. I think James Gunn has infinitely more respect for the characters than Zack Snyder did in his Left Pinky.
At least
What were you
Zach
saying?
actually.
I'm sorry, no, I made that
No, what I'm
backwards.
saying. No, what I'm
The Rambo
James Gunn
saying.
has more
Parted.
respect
Blah,
in
blah,
his
blah,
Left
blah.
Pinky
All I hear
than Zack
is,
Snyder has in his entire
blah,
body.
blah.
That's what I meant.
All I hear is,
Woohoo! Woohoo!
Oh.
Anyway,
does-
Holly, what I'm trying to say was, it's sad that I'm more excited
if Angry
for.
Joe is excited for it, then you should be excited for it.
No.
And you're
Angry
in the
Joe
mood
biggest-
too, DeMarco. You've got
I'm
your
really trying to hear what Assassin had to say to me instead of, woohoo!
woohoo. Yeah, go ahead, Assassin.
All
We're
I'm
talking
trying to
about
say
buttered
is,
sausage.
I hate you, Red, so much.
So anyway, also I wanted to say you're in the Superman mood, DeMarco. You've got your blue hoodie with a red underneath, and it says "Ent" which is a tree in Lord of the Rings. So there you go, full circle.
Slow Lark, will it feature Army Man?
It will have-
It feature GI robot.
Okay, big
Oh
CGI
my
fight.
god. The
Yeah.
more I see of this movie, it just looks like it's gonna suck. But anyway. So,
I'm gonna
Holly,
go
what
see
I'm
it.
trying to say, shut up, Red. What I'm trying to say is it's sad that I'm more excited for Christopher Nolan's The Odyssey than I am for this Superman film, which,
Yes.
to be fair, like, I
I'm more
love
excited
Superman
for
as a
the next
character.
Minions movie than this.
Christopher
Okay,
Nolan. Christopher
There's
Nolan.
another Minions movie coming out?
I don't
Oh,
know. I'm just saying.
Christopher Nolan.
I would
makes
rather watch
films.
paint dry.
Gunn makes movies.
Yes, we go to a theater to watch film.
No, there's a difference between a film versus a movie.
Yeah, but films are better, DeMarco. You should know this by now.
They are better, yes. And Christopher
Is
Nolan.
Lord of the Rings a movie or a film?
Film.
Then
Film.
why are you fighting us on this? It's a movie.
I don't think you understand.
Here's the thing.
X2357, who I've never seen before, thank you for being here and thank you for chatting in, says Zack Snyder only popular because of slow-mo and featuring hot people in as many shots as possible. He didn't say as possible, he says as possible, which is great. Love that. Arcane says it
I'm
won't
not
be
even a
shit,
Zack-
it'll be doo-doo.
Arcane is just
I'm not
crashing
even
out at this
a-
point.
I'm not even a Zack Snyder defender. Like, I
Neither
didn't
am I.
like Sapperman.
No, you just.
I didn't like
Sapperman?
Superman versus Batman. I don't like Ben. I don't like Ben Affleck as Batman. Like, I don't like that at all. Like,
You just
any of that stuff. Like,
Henry Cavill.
but his Man of Steel is on point, and his
Sapperman.
casting.
It was the-
Not
it was
Amy
the
Adams.
best of them.
I wasn't a big fan of Amy Adams
As Lois, yeah,
as
but
Lois.
but Henry's
But-
performance as
God.
as Clark and his
I'm a fan of Henry.
Oh,
and the,
man,
and
Henry's
the balance of trying to be Superman and trying to be Clark and trying to find who he is. That is who Superman was at the start.
Sapperman. He drank too much sap from the tree, and he got his powers from a radioactive fucking.
He
oak.
loves the maple syrup.
That sounds like a Fallout villain. Not gonna lie. Radioactive
Sapperman.
sap just seeping in.
And he shoots gooey stuff out of. Well, now we're getting off. He sticks. All right. Anyway, let's just. I was trying to be. Anyway, will it feature Army Man? This is so great. X23
Anyway, next
says
topic.
his Man of Steel is Henry Cavill shirtless shots. He wasn't shirtless that much.
X2357, you're awfully sounding kind of haterade right now. You need to put it back in the fridge
Oh
and
man,
let it simmer.
remember when
It's
he
okay.
when he got in the tub with Amy Adams and he like grabs the side of the tub and he's just like, whoo, and I was like, oh God, do that to me, Henry. Yeah, it was great. I don't know how did he not break the tub or break how did, no, listen, we can get into all kinds of stuff here. How does Superman not do this or that when things like that happen? Oh, Creature Commandos. Yeah, I want to watch that actually. I didn't realize what it was until I saw what it was. Yeah, good. What's going on? I don't know why I did this special Nick thing. I actually had to look at my own topics here. So, okay, real quick, since Arcane is here, there were a lot of IP renewals happening for games like Wolfenstein, Dishonored, Deathloop, and whatnot. And I'm just going to say right now, I don't think this is anything. I think this is literally just a typical... We're holding on to our IPs because we're not ready to sell them, even if we don't have anything to do with them yet. So there's no plans for a Dishonored 3. This is my opinion, but this is what I think. I don't think there's any plans for a Dishonored 3 at the moment. Nothing's in development. But they still own these IPs. So they still have to renew the rights to have them and whatnot. And if anyone can speak more eloquently on this, please go ahead. But I don't know. I don't think this is any. I think this is like a big nothing burger. Everyone freaked out.
There's a lot of weird Bethesda news going on. Like I even saw, no offense to Colt, but I even saw like Colt replied to someone had asked him on Twitter, like, "Oh, do you think Elder Scrolls 6 is gonna get shown off?" And he said like, "Yeah." I mean, I think he said it's like possible, like they could, which of course it's possible, but
Yeah.
honestly, I think even that is hyper unlikely. I think something like Dishonored 3. To be honest, I have absolutely zero doubt that Arcane has been toying around with ideas for what a Dishonored 3 could look like, but that would probably be as far as it goes, because obviously the studio is working with a massive licensed IP that's going to be the first and foremost thing, and that doesn't incorporate whether or not they are sort of going to be looking at expansions for that as well, right? Depending on how well that performance is, they might have some ideas in mind, or they're toying with things. They said, oh, well, this won't make it into the main story, but maybe if we have the budget to do expansions for it. So Dishonored 3 at the very most is going to be a thought. Same with Wolfenstein 3. Wolfenstein 3 is more likely, because Machine Games just did Indiana Jones.
They have 2 studios, DeMarco, too. Machine Games.
Machine Games has 2 studios, so that one is 100% more likely. And to be honest, there is a lot of storytelling. Now, I haven't done Youngblood, so I don't know how that might... Hey, Web Dave. I don't know how that might change the scope of some things as far as where the story might go, but there's definitely more to be told within the Wolfenstein universe. I think Machine Games knows that. And as far as I know, it kind of left on a cliffhanger too. So that one is likely, but it doesn't mean it's in active development at the moment. Even
Right.
Machine Games would have, if they have their 2 studios, they'd have one that's starting conceptually. They're probably working on a vertical slice for what Wolfenstein 3 would look like, while the team works on the Stone Gods, or the Titans, or whatever the
Ancient
Indiana
Gods?
Jones DLC is called.
Oh,
No.
sorry. Yeah. And by the way, Arcane says, I don't think it's anything important. Also, the Wolfenstein trademark is
Giant.
more interesting
Giant.
because apparently a trademark for that series hasn't been filed in some time, and we haven't had any news, a new game in 6 years. And
Yeah, but they did all these in bulk, right? So it's just they were looking through they were looking through their IPs, and they go, oh, we actually need to take care of that one. In fact, they might have just said like, oh, we need to take care of the Wolfenstein one. Let's just do all the others.
Right. It's
to
literally
Wolfenstein,
just like renewing your
legal
registration for your
They
car.
also renewed the trademarks for Deathloop and Quake, Red. You forgot to mention.
Yeah. Deathloop and Quake, and the thing is, like, Quake Champions is a game that exists, right? Deathloop is a game that didn't have any post-launch
I think
support, but it
But
was
multiplayer is running, I think. Like, you could still play online with people, as far as I know.
for in Quake,
That was
right?
shut down.
Or
No,
Deathloop, right.
No, I don't think that was shut down yet.
Right. Yeah. So I
That's
think
a
this is
question
just
for Arcane.
this is just legal stuff that only people like us in the community on online and on YouTube and Twitter and whatever get to see. And this stuff usually doesn't mean anything other than just making sure that all their assets and their IPs and everything are secured and stay under the wing of the people that own them or whatever. And I know, and again, Arcane earlier in a group chat said to us that Arcane, the only Arcane studio right now is Arcane Leon, and they are working on Blade. So there's nothing happening. So I don't know.
Pray to.
I need
It's
to
never
give that
gonna
game
happen, DeMarco.
a
Get
third
over it.
shot because I really wasn't having a good time with
It's
that
my
game.
favorite Arcane game.
I need to give it another shot whenever I am ready for it, because I have, like, whenever you're like having a good time with something, you forgive all the frustrations. Like, I died like twice in a row, and I'm like, fuck. Like, I was just like, I'm
It's
not having
hard.
this. Yeah, I was
It's
so
not an easy
fucking
game.
frustrated. Yeah, so I need to go back to it. I know it's not a bad game. I just was not patient with it at the time.
It's a 5 out of 10. It's an average game.
Well, anyway, let's and shout out to Web Dave in chat, who's burning up all the what the hell are they called?
Emote.
Emojis. Thank you.
Emojis?
God. Wait, Web Dave's a channel member? Why don't I need to update my channel member list. Thank you, Web Dave. That's awesome. Thank you for being a channel member. I don't know why I didn't get the update for that, but thank you so much. That's awesome. But yeah, you can become a channel member if you didn't know. Get access to the Discord so you can chat with everyone. And I'm trying to build the community so everyone can communicate and hang out. And definitely, I do need to update the Discord too with different channels. I'll have to get with you, DeMarco. But anyway, X2357 says showcasing anything Elder Scrolls 6 would be admitting they are abandoning Starfield. they're definitely not abandoning Starfield at all. And again, it's actually doing really well financially. It sold well. The creations are selling well. The modding community is, regardless of whatever people say, like, it's on fire right now. There are stuff coming out every single day, like new mods, and it's really, I'm really happy to see it. So, and I'm not going to go on a Starfield tangent, but I would say in terms of whatever lineup Bethesda has for announcements, like whatever they're going to announce first, definitely going to be Starfield next. And I have a sinking feeling that, not sinking, it's a good sink. It's a marble sink. That Bethesda is not only going to announce a Starborn DLC, but they are going to have like another big overhaul, similar to how they did the map, whenever they updated the map system. So I hope that's true, and I hope that whatever they add alleviates some people's qualms with that game. But anyway, is there any other thoughts on that? Because that was a pretty quick little thing that popped up, and I don't know, Holly, do you have any thoughts or nah? Nah, cool. All right, okay. What's next on the docket? So this isn't a video game. It's kind of video game related, but Fallout TV show renewed for a third season already. Second season isn't even out yet. So we all
Comes out in December.
Comes out in December. Yeah, it's crazy. So that's 7 months away, and it already has a third season. There was an article that I saw that said that Fallout TV show could go for another 10 years. And that would be amazing. So my question is, what do you guys want to see not only in the next season but just in the future of Fallout? Like, and I guess I'll start. I would say for Fallout TV show, I would love for them to start. I don't know, like if how they can handle like time jumps, but I would love to start to see like legacy characters pop up. Like, even if like main characters die, like we move away from Lucy, like if she ends up dying or whatever, and you know we move on to like new main characters or whatever, sort of like how The Walking Dead did, minus the fact that Rick. Well, never mind. No, I don't want to spoil that show, but I would love to see like legacy characters pop up. I guess like I want to see Mr. House, and I want to see because we are going to New Vegas. Yeah,
He's definitely going to be in it. Yeah, that's a must see it.
Yeah, because he's like immortal, right? So he has to be there. Yeah, I don't know. Any thoughts on the Fallout? DeMarco, what do you want to see?
It's pretty easy.
Oh. Go ahead.
Sorry, I was just gonna say it's pretty easy for them to do that because the world is so big and intricate, right? Like, you could just have another season that's just a different vault. You could even like trade off every other season or something like that, right?
Mhm.
Or
Yeah.
or have a spin-off. You know, like one this time, one that time, and then you go back to the other season, you know, or they could find notes, right? Like they could find other vaults that have a note. They could read it, and then that would open up like a story from 10 years ago or whatever, right?
Right.
Or you could have the character write a note and leave it in the vault, and then the next season starts with somebody 50 years in advance.
That'd be so cool.
The thing that
You should be
that
right.
I want, and it's going to be very difficult. I would kind of want to know not exactly what happened. I want to know where the protagonists are of the previous games. I want to know where Fallout 3 and New Vegas's protagonists are. Not like I don't want to know what decisions they make, because obviously with Bethesda games, your choice is your own, and obviously it's hard to please all fans of when they make separate decisions. So I would just like to know, hey, like Fallout 3's protagonist, like I get, like where is he? Like what is he or she doing right now?
Mm-hmm.
I'm
I
going
can't-
to hardly disagree with that, but I get
Of course,
why.
because you always disagree with anything that I want, DeMarco. Every fucking time. Like clockwork.
Like cockwork.
No, that's-
Go ahead, DeMarco.
That's not true, but
Yes, it is. Because you're going to agree with me on this one, or you're going to disagree with me on this one, too. If Season 2 is going to cover New Vegas, if the Fallout 3 remaster is a thing, which, if Oblivion is any point to it being real, it is real. If Fallout 3 Remastered is real, let Season 3 be set in Washington, D.C. Advertise Fallout 3, advertise Fallout Season 3. It works.
It just
Go
works.
ahead. Disagree
Yeah.
with me, DeMarco. Go ahead. Disagree with me.
Yeah, go ahead. Have a different opinion, DeMarco. How dare you? Go ahead. Sorry.
I mean, I think that I would like to see different. To be honest, what I like about personally, one, Arcane said exactly what I was gonna say in reference to like I want to see where the Fallout 3 protagonist ends up and stuff like that. I don't want to solely because it can live on in my head, right? That character can continue to be having adventures. That character can.
I don't want a definitive answer. I just want to know, like, hey, what exactly have they been doing since then?
Well, is that not a definitive answer? I don't know how you
No.
interpret that any other way.
No. Find a
But you
different
want
answer.
you want the show to canonicalize what the person has been doing since the end of the events of the game. So how is that?
I would want them to imply, like, oh, I heard a rumor that this guy went this and did this. Like, do we know if it's true or not?
Nah, it doesn't. I think it's just at that point.
I
you're
think,
just
yeah,
sort of-
see, Arcane, a passing mention.
Yeah, I mean, they could passively mention like, oh, like the
Yeah,
vault,
that's what
like,
I'm talking about.
the vault
That's
dweller.
all I'm
But
trying to say.
I wouldn't, but tying them to specific events or actions, I think, kind of takes away from what you as a player have the agency in those games as to how you roleplay your characters. But what I will say is I don't think I would necessarily want to see it set in DC either. I wasn't all too wild about it being set in New Vegas. For the sole reason that I think Fallout's TV show's greatest strength is that they did the opposite of what The Last of Us did, in that they made completely original characters, and at least at the beginning of the show, it felt like an original setting, right? It was like, oh, is it New Vegas? Is it not New Vegas? Like, where are they? So it felt like it was completely unique, and then you were seeing this story that can exist in tandem with the games, and I think that's actually one of Fallout's greatest strengths, is that because the world and the universe of Fallout is so isolated that you can carve out each of these very unique character stories, and you could do, like, I think of the Last of Us TV show with the Bill episode, right? Where they had the whole episode between Bill and the other guy, I forget his name. But that was a great episode,
Frank.
but and I liked it, but it didn't really fit within the rest of the show, because I was like, well, I want to see Ellie and Joel. I don't necessarily want to see this. I would appreciate this if it was a spin-off thing, right? If they did this as its own thing, like, here's a separate The Last of Us story, I think it would have been phenomenal
Which
in
would
that
have been
regard.
great.
And I like that the Fallout TV show can do that, and it has, like, especially in the Fallout universe, because everything is so isolated and independent from one another, that you can have this insane, crazy faction that only exists in Washington, right? You could do it in North Dakota. Like, I don't know. You could pull out such weird places and say we're gonna carve
London.
out our own. Well, actually, interesting thing about that is I really do like that Bethesda keeps intentionally. It's what Todd Howard does in Elder Scrolls 2, right? Todd Howard intentionally keeps those continents like Yakuta and stuff separate. And he's like, no, we don't want to touch those because we want that to be shrouded in mystery. And I like the idea of in Fallout that you don't really know what's happening in London or China or Europe or like any of these other places. It's like whatever's going on there is going on there.
Isolated.
And I like that because it lets it's sometimes it's like getting the last Game of Thrones book, right? Sometimes what you put in your imagination is a lot better than whatever they could possibly put in front of you. And how does the Joker phrase it, right? He's like, it's just you finally get it, and it's just disappointment. There's like a Joker quote somewhere, like based around that concept. It's like, no matter what you get, you're just gonna get disappointment because whatever you can imagine is more powerful and more potent.
Exactly. And to that point,
I
think
like-
about like the
yeah.
Dwemer, like in Elder Scrolls.
Yeah,
Like,
they
Todd
don't,
Howard
I mean,
is
they,
like,
they,
we're not gonna give you an answer because it's more interesting.
They slightly
more
did already with the dragon, with the, what was that one DLC with the vampires?
Dawnguard?
The Dawnguard, yeah, they kind of sort of answered part of it.
Oh, with the Falmer. Yeah, I mean, that's deep cut stuff, but I mean, that was like a sect of. I get what you're saying. Go ahead, DeMarco. Sorry, I didn't mean to.
Oh,
stop your-
that was pretty much it. Like, I think that they don't need to revisit familiar. I think it's cool to be like, and don't get me wrong, I'm not looking at season 2 going, oh, New Vegas is in it. Like, well, I'm not watching this season. Like, no, I'm excited. It's gonna be like, oh man, it's so cool to go back to New Vegas. Like, that's awesome.
Yeah.
If they did it in DC, I'd respond the same way. But I think just as interesting, it's really cool to be like, here's, again, I don't know, but like, here's.
You realize with New Vegas, they're gonna have to canonize one of those choices, right? They can't just leave it ambiguous.
Yeah, no, 100%, and that's part of the reason why, like, I'm not 100% keen on them.
So if
going
Bethesda
after-
canonizes it, wouldn't it not be an issue for the passing mention that I mentioned earlier?
Well, I don't want them to canonicalize the events of New Vegas either, so.
But they're going to have to. They can't just leave it ambiguous.
No, I get that, but I'm just saying it's not my preference as to how to handle it overall. Like, I understand that they need to do that, but that doesn't mean I necessarily think it's the best or most interesting, I should say, creative decision.
See, this is why Brett keeps us around, Marco. We just disagree. Hey, Holly, what do you think of season 2?
Yeah, you did watch it, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I think that, well, I mean, like you said, we know we're going to New Vegas. And at the end of the season, you know, there was the big thing that happened. Obviously we're continuing the story of Lucy and
The Ghoul.
Walton
The
Goggins'
Ghoul.
character. Yeah, I just don't remember his name.
His name is the Ghoul.
We're obviously continuing their story, which is good because I mean, I agree, right? Like, the world is so big and expansive that you could just mulligan it the next season if it sucks, right? And start a new story. And it, you know, might be totally fine because you've got so much potential with the world of Fallout. And, you know, worst case, you go back to one of the stories from the games, right? And you do that because you know that will probably bring people back, and you know that the stories are well loved. But I think it would be cool if they were able to turn this into something almost. I think it would be cool if they could turn this into something almost like American Horror Story was, where each season, each season is an entirely new story in a different world. Some of them were in the same universe and they might like slightly reference, you know, like actually several of them referenced the first season, which was the best season. They would reference it as something that had happened at some point, right? Stuff like that. I think that would do really well in Fallout, and I almost think that you could, like, American Horror Story went a really long time because it had this like reset button every season, right? And I think that Fallout could really do that and keep it going for a very long time. So I'm not disappointed that the second season has Lucy and, you know, it's gonna do whatever. But it would be really cool if from that point on they were able to kind of do the full reset thing.
I like the memes that I sometimes see where it's just like Lucy holding a gun and like looking angry or something, and she's just like, "That's not very okie dokie of you."
Yeah.
Like I really like Lucy as a character. I think she's really fun.
Yeah.
But I like Walton Goggles.
Walton Goggles.
Water bottles. I like Water Bottles character too. But
Water boggle goggles. Yeah, I would love to see like a New Vegas. Yeah, I would love to see just some like slight nods. Like we could see like Novak, except it's called like Novaka or something, because like the letters haven't fallen off, and it's been and that's the thing I saw. I know X2357 said BGS will have to choose what is canon, like the Imperial Stormcloak victory for Elder Scrolls 6, which is something that happened in Skyrim. But I think that's why these games are set hundreds of years apart, because it's like it was left up to legend. Like who knows what happened to the Nerevarine or the Dovahkiin or the 200 years between New Vegas or Fallout 3. I honestly I can't remember. I remember it more with Elder Scrolls, but I think that's sort of why they do that, because they don't want things to be back to back. Like Elder Scrolls 6 is again gonna take place like another 300 years after Skyrim.
It just prevents the lunatics who,
Stagnation.
and I hate to call them that, but like it just prevents the guy, like everyone was freaking out when there was some kind of date inconsistency on a whiteboard, and like the showrunners put in a specific date to something, and the Fallout fans were like, well, that can't possibly make sense because and then you lied. It's just like, dude, it's just
The Charlie
love
Day
these
thing where he's
worlds.
like,
I love Elder Scrolls, but I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh, Bethesda decided that actually Elder Scrolls work kind of differently than they did in Skyrim, or like they changed the way that they work. Unplayable.
Don't know your own
Unwatchable.
canon. How can a studio not know their own canon? It's just really stupid, man.
That's
Because
what
you would know in
happened.
the third era, I just spit my toothpick out, but it's fine. In the third era, you know that the Dovahkiin and the Argonians had a war that lasted 70. Anyway, yeah.
Like, I love, listen, a world, now listen, there's two sides to it, right? A world is only as good as its consistency. And what I mean by that is if you find, like, for example, Lord of the Rings, things in Lord of the Rings are good because they're consistent. And things in that universe act consistently. So you can go back and it's as beloved as a world as it is, because it has this incredibly rich and expansive thing where all these events are mapped out. And that's what people fell in love with Elder Scrolls, right? That's why people were like, oh man, the Elder Scrolls universe is so cool because you can have like books like this where it's like volumes of the histories
Yeah, I
of
love that.
what goes on in
Oh,
the
you're a
lore
nerd.
of these
Love that.
things.
Look
Like,
at
this
that.
This is so cool, right?
What
Like, this
the
is
fuck?
amazing.
Give me that. Give that. Hand that to me. Give that to me.
Oh yeah, here you go.
Thank you. So you see, what if I just picked up this?
Like
Go ahead.
this is stuff that's, they dropped them. This is the stuff that's really cool, and this is why people fall in love with those. But when a company gets so beholden to this that they can no longer they can no longer make interesting creative decisions in order to help foster the growth that this stuff, the foundation that this stuff laid, then that's when you start to get really, really stale, and that's when things start to
Yeah.
That's a good point.
Well said. Dead. True 77 says the guy going through Mass Effect lore books. Oh my god. I am doing that again. I'm going to do that again. I am so excited to do that again, by the way. I'm so excited.
Yeah, I'm just Swolark. I was like, knock Geralt over.
Go ahead.
These are books. I don't know what Titanbooks.com is what's on the back. This was actually a gift. Someone had gifted this to me for my birthday. But this actually features a lot of books from both Elder Scrolls Online as well as, I think, some of the other games. But I know a lot of them are actually from ESO. But it's really, really cool, and it just shows. This one right here is volume 1. There's actually multiple volumes of this, but this one's the actual lore-based books in Skyrim, specifically. So it's any of the ones that have lore stuff in them.
I love how the pages look like worn in like. I love
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Yellowed. Like
Yeah,
aged.
yellowed. Yeah,
Yeah,
aged.
and,
Yes.
I mean, it has like cool art in it too, so you get
So
some of that
cool.
stuff as well.
I love that. I love that stuff. I will buy
So-
comics and lore stuff like that, and I would just never read them. I'll just like skim through them and be like, I did it. I need to sit down and I actually do have a Mass Effect book. Speaking of True 77 being here, I do have a Mass Effect art book. It's a big ass art book. You probably know what I'm talking about. It has all the concept art. Even has a picture of Jack without a shirt on for some reason. Oh, look at that Fallout. Oh, that's it. That's in the game.
This one,
Look
well, this
at
one's
that.
really cool because this is when they used to make guidebooks for everything.
Yeah.
Is that
And
the
then-
Fallout 4 one? I have that
Yeah,
one.
yeah, and then
Yeah, I
it has
have
like
that
every
one.
single quest in it,
So
and
cool.
every single like the maps. Like this, I think is some of the coolest stuff right there. Like the maps
That
of
is
the dungeons that you
amazing.
can explore. And
The last one that I had was Borderlands. It was red. I think it might have been Borderlands 1, actually. And my dog chewed it up. It's great. But yeah, I love that. Speaking of loving things, let's talk about something I hate. I just had to go. I'm going to go through. I was going to make a tweet about this, but I'm just going to tell you. So, morbid curiosity made me rewatch season 1 of Last of Us, because since you brought up Last of Us, and I was crying and I was it's so good. It's so good. HBO's Last of Us season 1. So good. So good to the fact I couldn't even watch episode 3. I'm like, I cannot do this to myself again. And I can't watch episode 5, which is Left Behind, which is the DLC with Ellie. I was like, I can't watch these 2 episodes again. I don't have enough liquid in my body to cry again. Can't do this. But I got the gist of it. Just so I can watch season 2. Okay? And I'm here to say, a lot of people with Last of Us season 2 saw a lot of people saying they handled it a lot better. They handled Joel's death and everything a lot better. And I'm here to confirm they did not. In fact, it was a lot fucking worse. And it was even like I just don't understand. And the thing, and right now, I don't want to go on a tangent, but I will. The Last of Us season 2 is getting what people are calling review bombed. What I would say is happening, it's getting reviewed. And those reviews are not great because people who are not a fan of the series, who never played the games, are also saying, this is not good. I don't understand what the show is. And I had this sort of like epiphany while watching season 2. When Joel dies in an even like worse way, I'm like, why? It immediately made me realize, like, I'm done. I'm done.
I
I'm
love
done.
it when you're proven right, don't you, Red?
And then people are making excuses like, oh, it's just the gamers review bombing. Dude, shut. Because no like mass like protest or whatever is ever going to be looked at with reason. They're going to be like, look at all these crazy people all at once disagreeing with us. It's because it's not good. Like, and again, if anyone in chat,
If gamers
hang on,
review
because I'm gonna lose. Just hang on. I just want to say, I just want to say, if anyone loves The Last of Us 2, that's awesome. And I know plenty of people. DeMarco likes it. I know there's plenty of people that like it, and I think that's great. It's like me with Starfield. I love Starfield for reasons that many people will never understand, and I think it's perfectly okay to disagree. I can't believe, I guess, the audacity of the writers that they're like, this audience will understand it better. They understand film way better. And these
gamers.
stupid kid gamers, they don't understand what the fuck. They have no idea what film is. And then once again, it's getting shit on. And everyone, and HBO are losing subscribers after this. The reviews are tanking. And then they're blaming it on the gamers. I'm sorry, DeMarco, go ahead.
they handled some things better, not overall. My issue with Joel dying was always that they should have had a lot more of the build-up as far as like the flashback with Ellie and Joel going to the museum. Like that should have been at the beginning of the game. That shouldn't have been. Like it was. I think Joel's death would have been a lot more impactful if they handled the. They could have had the exact same moments, but if they ordered them better, in a way that made you like get to see the relationship between Ellie and Joel grow and then kind of deteriorate as it got frayed, and you know, you realize that he lied to her about things, and so if you got to see that and then Joel died, then it makes a lot more sense versus Ellie's being a grumpy, miserable human being, and then Joel dies, and suddenly she like loses her mind over it. Which you know why? Because it's she. At the end of the day, he's still this father figure to her.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
that's fine. But then it could have been done a lot better that way. They do it the same. Instead of taking kind of that approach to it, which I think would have been a lot stronger, especially for a TV show, right? They could have just had a whole episode based around that flashback of going to the museum, and people would have been like, "Oh my God, Joel and Ellie." And it would have made people who are watching the show now they get to spend more time with Joel.
I 100%
before
agree.
That happens.
Yes.
So that would have been better. They decided not to do that, and I think part of that was Neil Druckmann's stubbornness, and he's like, no, we changed some things, but we're not changing that, because then I'm proving everybody right. That things were bad. He kind of already did that by changing things to begin with, but I digress. The bad part about it, like the thing that was done better, was, for example, instead of Joel and Tommy going into this crowd of complete strangers and being like, well, my name's Joel Miller and I live at, like, Angry Joe makes fun of this in his review. They're like, my name's Joel Miller and I live at 42 West Street in that town right over there, and it's the orange house or the blue house with the red flower pot in the front, and you can go visit, and these are the exact guard patrol shifts. Here you go if you just need these. And
you guys act like you've heard of us or
whatever.
something. Yeah, it's like, yeah,
like
well,
instead this time it happens a lot better, where Abby's just sort of in the room when they're trying to run from this horde that's coming, which I still think the way the horde showed up was absolutely ridiculous. Like, it just looks so stupid to me. Like that.
And
that
Tommy's
many
not even
zombies
there at all.
in the snow.
Tommy's actually
well,
in
it's
the town.
fine that Tommy's not there. Yeah.
Are
it's
you
fine that
kidding?
Tommy's
He's not.
there.
Oh my god.
He's not
They
even
made it
there.
worse.
replaced Tommy. They replaced Tommy with Dina. Dina was with Joel during this section.
Did they hit
which
her
I
in the
think-
stomach?
Yeah.
Because that would have been a no-no.
Well,
No,
they hit her.
they-
They grabbed her and don't they hit her? I mean, they hit both. I mean,
No,
they
no.
hit Joel.
So what they do is they try.
Well, they hit
to-
Tommy.
They try to
That's true.
humanize the WLF, like Abby and her gang, a little bit more, because they turn around and they say, we're getting into complete spoiler talk, by the way, for anybody listening. They turn around and they say, we're going to put you to sleep. Like, just stay calm. We're gonna drug you. It's just gonna put you to sleep. It's gonna knock you out.
She
Like,
literally
just stay calm,
says,
just stay calm.
"This will put you to sleep for 1 hour, exactly 1 hour." And I'm like, "How the fuck do you know that?"
And so they inject her with a sedative, and it puts her to sleep, so they don't actually hit her. It's just absolutely insane to me, because that they make them look like the good guys, right? Abby's gang, because they're wasting this very important medicine that they have to just put this one random stranger to sleep, instead of just, I don't know, putting a gag around her, bringing her to the other room, like literally any myriad of other things they could have done, but let's waste drugs that are probably one of the most valuable resources in this type of world.
Yep.
I'm sorry. I don't disagree with DeMarco, and you know, the audience needed to actually see more of Joel and Ellie before the game or the show even started, but at the same time, I think Joel's death should have been the catalyst for the next game or the next season, not the actual, like, main event that kicks off the season or the game.
Yeah.
Like, I still think that we should have had a different threat, and we got to know Abby and her gang as the second game goes on. Then we go with the, oh, right, Joel, you killed Abby's dad, so we're gonna kill you now. Now that the main bad guy that, you know, that is supposed to have existed in the second game is now dead, we learned that you killed my dad and every other Firefly, so you're gonna die. Sorry, Ellie. And then Ellie goes, then we get the revenge arc in the third game. Because now we get to know Abby a bit more. Now we get to know the characters of the WLF a bit more. We get more time with Ellie and Joel. We have an actual reason to actually kick off the quote-unquote second game, really the third game. And then we can discuss the whole theme of revenge and why it's bad and stuff in the third game, and then just complete the trilogy. But no.
When you laid the blueprint, you had episode 1.
Yeah,
episode 2, episode
exactly.
3,
It's just like, but no, Neil Druckmann had to prove that he had massive balls, and it didn't exactly pay out. And to quote what I was saying, Red, when you were trying to complete your thought, if gamers really wanted to review The Last of Us TV show, they would have started it when the show had started. But that didn't happen. Did it now?
Well,
It should have started then if it was the gamers.
No, not necessarily, right? Because people could have been, and I'm putting the benefit of the doubt to
Because season 1 was not review
social
bombed at
media
all.
audiences. I'm giving the benefit of the doubt to social media out there and the power of review bombing and all that stuff, but
That's your mistake.
arguably- No, listen,
Let
I
him
think
speak,
there is a
Assassin,
case
please.
to be made. I think there's a case to be made that people were waiting to see, including the gaming audiences that would go out and review bomb it, were waiting to see how the show, excuse me, would handle Joel's death over what the game did.
Okay, so let me tell you why you were wrong about that. So, Neil Druckmann himself said that he wasn't going to change anything about the story from the game, from the second game to the second season. He even said himself that that nothing was going to change.
But he did.
That the haters need to, quote unquote, get over
I
it.
think HBO made him. I don't think that was his choice.
Mm,
I
to
think they
change
did.
anything.
I'm
100%
pressing
I
X
think they
down
did.
on that, guys.
And like DeMarco was saying,
I think they
he was
gave him the
stubborn.
choice, and he didn't do it.
Well, the thing is, like, I think,
Because he wanted to prove a point.
Well, and let me just grab some people's. And we won't sit on this for too much longer because we're nearing the end here. I just want to grab some people's thoughts here. Game Adaptation Newscast says episode 5 of season 2 is borderline terrible. Becca RSJ fan says, "Am I the only one that couldn't get into that?" Slowlark says, "Can you explain why people have a problem with the way his death is handled for someone who has not played the game?" And I think DeMarco actually explained that perfectly, because there are scenes in the game that are flashbacks with Ellie and Joel, and way too late in the game where you're still pissed off, you don't give a shit about anything, and then late in the game they give you these flashbacks, these beautiful moments of Joel and Ellie in the 5 years that takes place between 1 and 2. What DeMarco was saying is, and I 100% agree with him, if those moments were the beginning of season 2 and then it led up to Joel's death, you would have had a much better experience just with the relationship and how it got soured, instead of just throwing you into depression right off the bat. And that's all that season 2 in the second game is, just full on depression, making you sick at your stomach, and you just hate everything.
It would have redeemed Ellie a little bit, because now you, like, the whole game, Ellie is just like, and again, the way that Angry Joe and specifically Alex on Angry Joe show go into it, it's like Ellie is in Last of Us 2, Ellie's running around and she's killing dogs and she hates kids and she's like just a mean to everybody, and
she
she's
hates
a horrible
kids.
human being. And she's the one putting the box of kittens inside the burning building. Like, she's just terrible. And then you have Abby, who loves dogs and she's sweet to them and she can pet them and she loves children and she feeds the homeless and she gives water to the thirsty, and it's just like, what the F is going on? Because there's nothing that leads to that. It's just, she was Ellie and you loved her in the first game, and now she's just a
dick.
Spoiled brat.
She's just a dick. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and it's so funny you say that. I'm trying to see who said that. True77 says, just like the Game of Thrones fan review bomb season 8. Nah, dudes, the show actually just sucked. I think it was Slowlark. No, who was it? Someone said, "I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm trying to find who said something about Ellie not being bought into." I'm so sorry. I can't find it. Someone said something in chat along the lines of, "I could not believe my suspension of disbelief. I could not get into the fact that
Maverick.
It was BT Maverick, yeah, that said, I could not buy into the fact that this girl is going around like fucking Terminator and just murdering everyone somehow." And again, in the games it doesn't make sense, it doesn't feel right, and especially with no offense to Bella Ramsey, I think her attitude as Ellie is perfect. I think her as the character of Ellie is perfect. She visually,
like Ellie too.
She even sounds like Ellie, and she was great for Ellie in season 1. I was kind of hoping they would recast to have like a more grown-up looking version of her, but I'm not bought in either. BT Maverick, I just don't buy that.
Girl playing Abby play Ellie.
Exactly what I said. Caitlin Deaver would have been fucking perfect as a 19-year-old Ellie in season 2. But again, it's just another botched attempt to. Yeah. Anyway, we could go on, and Holly, I'm sorry I dragged you through that because I know you have nothing to say because it's just.
She hates the game as much as you and I do, Red. There's no really.
I hate the game, and I hate the fact that anybody who didn't like the game is giving the show views, because all it's doing is feeding the Cuckman machine for, like, you know what's gonna happen. You know, like, I despise that game with a passion. I think it's bad art. I think it's bad storytelling. I think it's dumb. And there's no redeeming it. Like, and it has nothing to do with Joel
Holly,
dying.
not
I'm
to
fine with Joel
hang on.
dying. Like,
Go ahead.
Yeah.
I'm fine with Joel dying. It needs to be done the right way. It wasn't. It was done for this man to be like, I have a big dick. And so, like,
In my
In
head.
Abby.
I just think it's a stupid story and I don't support it. So I'm not watching it because it doesn't matter, because it's a bad story told by a person who has too much hubris. And I don't support it. I don't agree with it. I don't agree with anything that happened in it. The the things I see on Twitter, I'm like, I made the right choice. Like, I have no issue with not watching it this season. As a matter of fact, I like watching Angry Joe reviews of the episodes, because Angry Joe usually we're mostly in sync with a lot of stuff, not everything, but then like I get to see his frustration with it and all the stuff, and I'm like, yep, that's what I would have said too. And I'd much rather give them the view than HBO and that shunk.
I find it funny when the leaks and I find it funny that when the game came out and I saw Legacy's video, he did a review on it. I don't know if he actually got the code from Sony or not. He mentioned in his review that Neil Druckmann, he wanted gamers to either love the game or hate it. He didn't want people to say that it was just fine. And then the very next line that Legacy said was basically, it was just fine. Like the thing that Neil said he didn't want, he actually said it because, well, to be fair, it's not a good video game in terms of storytelling. Like, yes, the AI is better, the graphics are great, the combat is refined and much better than the first game. It's great. Everything is so good in that game, just not the story, and the characters were assassinated a little bit here. Those are the two main gripes with the story, and with the narrative storytelling game, those are the two things that need to be at its peak. And if it's not, it doesn't matter how good the game is running or how good it looks. Yep. It's not that good. I'm sorry.
The narrative, it's like the only time you get away with not having a good narrative is when you're a game that is clearly not reliant on narrative, like Doom, right? Like, it doesn't really matter how much of a story it has. It has to have some sort of story to get you from A to B, but the game is built around combat. It's built around doing crazy things, right? Like, the last
games around
is
exploration.
A story game. It's a story game. So your story has to be peak. The gameplay could have been mid, but it would have been okay if the story was peak, but it's not. So, anyway, sorry, I don't want to rant on.
You're completely fine, but Holly, I hate to ruin it for you, but well, then again, I don't think you were excited for this game anyway. But apparently Neil Druckmann is preparing Tati Gabrielle for the same type of hate for Intergalactic that The Last of Us Part 2 is receiving. So that makes me wonder, what story?
Yeah, what are they going to do?
No, why are you preparing your lead actress for hate already?
Well, it's
why?
The funny thing about that is I think it's more because he's attached to the project than whatever the actual project is. And like, that should say something to yourself, right? About the things that you've said and the perception that you've put out there in the world.
Yeah. And so he goes, I get a lot of hate, so you get ready to be hated too. And it's like, what have you done?
Imagine
like
if Miyazaki was like that.
Being on Twitter, being mad about people hating on her when she's literally just trolled the universe for like 3 years and put all of this fabricated hate out there.
Yep.
And it's like,
and like laughing at people, exactly, and being pissed at people for being rude to her when she was rude, and it wasn't like it was a reaction. She just straight up attacked people. People defended themselves. She didn't like it. Now she lost her job and she's a fucking waitress at some restaurant or whatever. She look how sad I am. It's too tough shit. You should have showed your titties on fucking Twitter.
What am
I talking about? If you think I'm crying for you, I'm not. I'm sorry. That's where we're at. Like, and I don't feel that way about like hardly anybody, right? But like certain people just really like spin the butter and churn the butter, and then they're surprised when they get rancid butter. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Bad analogy, but you know what I mean.
Man, well, I'm so excited for Intergalactic. I can't wait to play that on Xbox.
I am
I
very,
actually
very
am.
skeptical.
I am excited for that game. I think it looks interesting. I think Naughty Dog on the whole is a good studio. I just feel like they need to
They need a certain
Stop
someone
the
needs
dead
to be
weight.
humbled again.
Well, it's gonna be bad. It's gonna be bad. I'm telling you right now.
Naughty Dog never
Um,
got this much hate when Bruce Straley and Amy Hennig were leading the studio. I'm just gonna point that out.
Uncharted is one of my favorite series. Fantastic. Love Uncharted.
Nathan Drake. Can you come back, Nathan, please? Or, someone else? Someone new, please?
Sorry. Rant
Yeah.
over. That's it.
Yeah. So
Sorry, DeMarco.
anyway, yeah, we went over. DeMarco still has like half a sandwich, right?
Pull that thing out. I put it in my back pocket.
You gonna eat your
actually.
tots?
Yeah.
You're fine.
Give me some of your tots.
Come on, I'm freaking hungry. Anyway, shout out to everyone in chat. You guys are so awesome and really appreciate you. His True 77 says, random question: has there ever been a Battlestar Galactica game series? I'm sure there has been. I'm sure there has been.
I'm sure there has been a couple of licensed games back then. But...
Yeah, like with John Travolta on the front and
Telltale
stuff.
or something.
What is it?
Huh?
There was the Telltale for the Expanse, but I just
Yeah, there was that, and yeah, I don't know. I never really got into that. And it's the same reason I never got into that. It's like I found what I loved, and then I never delved into anything else in that genre. So I found Mass Effect and I found Star Wars. So I never got into Star Trek or Battlestar Galactica or Firefly or anything like that. Although I've heard Firefly is amazing.
Firefly.
I've heard it's so good.
good.
Yeah, I've heard it's amazing, but I know that it ends like on a cliffhanger, and then they ended the series with a movie. Wasn't the movie Serenity?
Yeah,
Right?
Serenity
Yeah.
was the sequel.
See, I know about it.
to
I
Firefly.
remember seeing it.
Ironically, a lot of people saw Serenity and they were like, "Oh, what was this?" And they watched the movie and they're like, "Oh, I like it." And I'm like, "It's after." Because
Right.
that's actually how I got into it too. I was like, "Wait, what? This is based off a series?" And then I went and
Yeah.
watched the series. I was like, "Oh my gosh, this is so much better. It makes so much more sense."
I've heard it's
Nathan
such a
still
feel
gets
good.
requests to bring back that show.
Yeah, I know. And I've heard it's such a feel good in that it has like a lot of Mass Effect vibes. Like it has like a lot of like ragtag team. I have no idea what it's about. I just know that it's really good.
Yeah, it is. It's
And
yeah,
Nathan
it's a
Fillion
crew.
is a national treasure. So, and real quick, I did want to
Yes.
shout out. There was a X. So apparently X 2357 is a Starfield modder. I did not know that. And
Holly,
they
do you
said.
Do you think that Nathan Fillion is a national treasure?
I love Nathan Fillion.
Oh, he's in a certain movie
Very
that's
much like
coming out. He's a certain James Gunn film that he's playing a certain character in.
Well,
You're not gonna twist this into a win, you snip
I
I
snap.
know,
don't
it's like-
mind
It's
people
almost as if
going
James
and
Gunn
getting
has
the
good
bag.
casting ideas. I don't
No,
know. I'm
he
just
doesn't.
saying.
But there's literally
realize-
how many hundreds of people in a movie you can get one right and still be poop.
I
at
don't
it.
understand. I just love Nathan
Hey,
Fillion.
A clock is right twice a day. A broken clock is right twice a day.
I just found X 2357's mods on Starfield, which is amazing. I didn't realize that.
Can they actually make it to where the game was supposed to have like
Stop.
multiple settlements and shit?
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
that was
an
rude of
actual
me.
living, breathing world.
Well, it is
or
if you play the
universe.
game. You've played the game more than
BT
I mean-
Maverick wants
Oh.
BT Maverick wants your thoughts on the Asus handheld leak.
Who gives a fuck?
Is
Red.
Marco having a stroke? Yes. Is Red will quick thoughts on the Asus Xbox handheld league? I don't know. I'm not big into handhelds. Like, I think that there is an application for it. Like, if you travel a lot, I don't. And I think comfortability is the most important thing when it comes to handhelds. Like, I've always said, like, I think the PlayStation Portal, it was a great idea for it just having the PlayStation grips on either side of it. It might look stupid, but from what a friend of mine has the Portal and he loves it because of how comfortable it feels. Whenever I saw this thing, I would much rather it be a full-on official Xbox handheld than something partner with Asus, unless it is fully
Well, that's
integrated with
coming.
the UI. Right. Yeah. So
That's
I
coming
just-
later.
yeah, I just don't really have an opinion on it, man. I don't know. I just it's and it looks weird. Yeah, Solark says the prototype looks ugly as hell. Yeah, it looks strange. And I think I'm just so accustomed to just having an Xbox controller in my hand. Nothing feels comfortable. Nothing feels comfortable. A Switch is apparently a Switch. I feel like I'm gonna break the Switch in half whenever I hold it, because like, and I have, I guess, meaty hands, but this is why everyone with big hands hates the Switch. They always had to buy that peripheral, that attachment thing, to make it feel like you're not just like holding a clipboard made of paper mache in your hands. Like handheld gaming
Supposedly
is super niche.
they changed that with the Switch too, right? Since it went magnetic.
Right, and I was gonna say, I didn't mean to say niche. I was gonna say handheld gaming is very casual. It's for like a lot of casual gamers, and I'm not saying that people that don't play Xbox and PlayStation every single day that they don't have a Switch. It's just that I'm not gonna
It's
go
more
sit
casual
in my
here.
room
In
and
Japan,
play a
it's more
handheld
mainstream.
game. Yeah, exactly. And I feel like we are like a secondary market. Because handheld gaming and mobile gaming is massive in Japan and all those other places, but it's not necessarily the same market here in America. But that's my thoughts on it. I just don't have, I don't feel.
Well, Red, the handheld market had pretty much exploded in China and Japan because they have longer. What's the term? They have longer commutes, yes, than they do here in the U.S.
Well, we drive.
Handhelds are great for commuting.
Yeah,
What,
that's when I would
Holly?
use mine, is on the train
Or on a plane.
or like,
Or hell, even on a
or
cruise.
an automobile.
Yeah. As long as you're not driving.
They were good too, because then like at lunchtime, if I had 20 minutes or something like that, you could do a little something during lunch.
Yeah.
Yeah, and for X2357, I was trying to look for the. They said that they made like a content creator appreciation hat mod, and I'm looking for it, but I haven't found it yet. But apparently, I'm in the game. I don't know. I'll find it. I'll find it sometime.
You're just shackled to Starfield in terms as a content creator, Ed.
I apparently am. It's really frustrating. It's really frustrating, and I am gonna get back into making videos. I'm tired of talking about it. I'm tired of feeling stressed about it, and I'm waiting until I gain a new perspective, emotionally and mentally, to jump into it without the same mindset that everything's gonna fail, even if I love it. I just need to do it. Like I'm just tired of talking about it. So, content creation is really rough right now. But anyway, it's fun. It's fantastic. But hey, that's it. That's it. DeMarco's gonna go eat another peanut butter and jelly sandwich, right? Or no? Can't do that back to back. Are you even hungry? You could go for a bagel. Okay, you can always go for a bagel.
A good 8:30 p.m. bagel.
Real quick, thank you so much, Farkio. I'm so sorry, bro. I meant to say thank you earlier so much for the gift of channel membership to none other than X2357. Thank you so much for doing that, man. I really, really appreciate you for doing that. And that was like an hour ago. So I'm sorry I didn't get to shout it out right when it happened. Make sure I didn't miss anything else. Yes, we're good. Okay. And, there's Game Seeker. What's up, man? Game Seeker, where'd you go? Nathan Fillion is from Edmonton. Nathan Fillion's Civilian Pavilion is a thing here. That's so good. I didn't know. He's so good. Did you guys ever see the short of him as Nathan Drake?
It's amazing.
It's so
Yes.
fucking good, man. I'm like, why?
And like forever I've said he is Nathan Drake.
Yes.
And then when they said, "Oh, we're gonna make a movie," I was like, "Well, clearly
Nathan?
we already know who's gonna be." And then they're like, "Tom Hardy."
It wasn't Tom
Holland?
Hardy. I
Not
wish
Tom
it was Tom
Holland.
Hardy. Tom Holland.
Yeah, I wish it was Tom Hardy. Yeah, no.
It's
forget
so
Tom
dumb.
Hardy.
I couldn't even watch that movie. I was like, what are we fucking doing, man? Anyway, whatever.
Hey,
Okay.
Holly, did you hear the rumor that Tom Holland's going to be playing Link?
Oh,
I
that
mean,
makes sense.
I can
He
see
fits
that.
in.
Yeah, I can see that.
I kind of do too.
He's like, Mr.
But-
Stark, Mr.
but-
Stark, where's the Ganon?
But Scarlett Johansson as Zelda, though?
I can see that too. She can be whatever she wants.
Just like Henry Cavill or Tom Hardy.
Yeah, exactly. They do whatever you want to do, and I will
great.
watch it. Yeah,
I will be there.
I will be there
Take
with
my
my
money.
pants off. Yep.
It's like that gift from Futurama. Take my money.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, let's get the hell out of here. And again, thank you guys so much. It's been a really fun show. We actually went over, so I apologize to DeMarco, and I will do so profusely for another hour after the show ends. I promise you. Hell yeah, brother. Horn Tallinn. So dumb. I love it. Thank you.
Tolland.
Hom Tolland, yeah. That's an M. I need glasses. DeMarco, hey. What you gonna be doing, man? You got any plans for the future? And if not, well, at least tell me where you are and where you'll be.
Check out my channel, DeMarco Dude on YouTube, and you could follow me on Twitter as well. I do the Push Start podcast Thursdays at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time if you're looking for a double dose of DeMarco.
And it's fantastic. I love it. If you want to see DeMarco, angry DeMarco, passionate DeMarco, sometimes naked DeMarco, go subscribe. His link is in the description below. He's got a great podcast every
You
Thursday.
make videos to Halle Berry too.
And he'll be making
Angry
videos
Marco.
of Halle Berry.
Naked Marco.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Shout out to Dave Goodrich, who's in the chat. He said he's lurking at work. Thank you so much for being here, man. We need to get you on. I
Hey,
say
Dave.
that every time. And I say every
Hey,
time, I'm like,
Dave.
we need to pick a good time to get him on. But man, I'm just going to get you on just for no reason at all. Just have you hang out, probably.
Hopefully we see you in June or whenever.
Let's wrap this up.
That could be a good time. Yeah, exactly. Let's not do this 30-minute thing that I do every time. Holly, what are you doing? Where are you?
Again, happy birthday, RSJ fan. Tomorrow, I took the whole day off. It was supposed to be today, but made it tomorrow to play Doom, The Dark Ages. And I will be streaming that. And you should come by. I have some special things that I'm going to do. I'm also going to be giving away an early access code, which is only a day, because you can thank Bethesda and UPS for the lack of lateness for the code for me to give out.
Yep.
But very special thank you to FarQ for providing a thumbnail that I'm going to use, and then also he has donated the early access code. It is for any Game Pass, Xbox or PC. So even though it's only a day, you'll still get, some skins, and you'll get the DLC when it comes out. It's the upgrade code, so you have to have Game Pass. But come by, and I will be giving that away tomorrow and doing some other fun stuff. And that's it. Thank you all for being here and watching, and we appreciate you all.
So much. Thank you. And Assassin, who are you? Why are you?
I can't exactly answer that last one, but you can find me on Twitter at Assassin52. I just prefer to just play games rather than make content about them, I've realized. So yeah, that's all I got. Just my Twitter. If you like my takes, which is also the right takes, yeah, my link is in the description down below.
Fantastic. And you can find me on Twitter. Also, link is in the description below. Thank you guys so much. And we'll see you next Tuesday. Goodbye, everyone.
You forgot to link your OnlyFans.
Ah, shit. what's new with you, man?
No, I'm just the
Oh
same
my
old,
God,
same old.
Mac, you talk so much. God damn.
How does that work?
사실 제가 리듬 게임하고 그 멜레이 그런 핵앤슬래시 게임 장르를 되게 둘 다 좋아하는 편인데
Right.
사실 그 장
Sorry, go ahead. My
Yeah.
bad, Assassin. I didn't mean to take over your
No,
spotlight.
no, no. No.
Assassin.
There's nothing that you didn't. There's nothing that you didn't say that I didn't agree with. But going back, Red, what are you laughing at, bro?
Red's
What is
listening.
going on?
He's so distracted. Is that a AA game? Because now it's actually an exclusive. It's a first-party exclusive to Microsoft. Does that change the fact that it's AA? Is it now AAA all of a sudden because it's first-party? Like, what does that mean? What does that mean? Answer me!
You fucking suck.
Fuckers.
That is all.
Yeah, that's right.